Jip in the house. That looks pretty cool. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know. Don't know, but that's cool. I like that view, man. Gosh, that is hecka cool. And stuff. Let me turn this car off. Oh man, that's cool. I'll just wait till some people come in. Wait, let me see if I flip this. There. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Hey, what's happening? How you doing? You want to come up? Any of you guys want to come up? Let me know. Let me see if I can. I'm gonna try this. Gosh, I hope I don't use too many gigabytes. I'm gonna go. You can come on here live where you can speak also if you want to. I have a Line account, and you will have to join it. It's Line LINE. I'll show it to you. And then you can join me. Join. Hit me up, and then I can add you to my what's that thing called? To my I can't even think about it. To my YouTube. I have a YouTube account where you guys call into the line and it'll be on here, and then I could just put this next to it and people get to hear you talk to if you want to do that. But the app is called Line. Let me see if I can take a picture. LINE. It'll be green. Wait, here, let me see if I can make this a little bigger. Here. This is, hey, what's up? This is the Line app. It's called Line on YouTube. I mean, on the app, in the App Store. Join this. If you join it, then I might, here. I'll give you my QR code. So you guys, I don't know how y'all gonna do it. You know, you just probably had to go out and come back in. Hold on. Oh, there it was. This is my, I can't even find it. Oh yeah. This is my QR code. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to take a screenshot. Wait, let me take a screenshot. Let's see if I can make this thing bigger. Yeah. Okay, this is a screenshot. Okay, if you guys get a screenshot or whatever, you can join it via there or use my name GS350JPN on put that in a line, and you should be able to join. If you join, let me know via chat. Let me know, and I can invite you to my YouTube channel. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me YouTube. My YouTube crew. Wait. YouTube live. Okay. Okay, very good. Now just not video call, voice call everybody. I ain't even on. Wait, hold on. 1 second. Is that 0? Oh, that's 3 people. Wait. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. Okay, Wi-Fi on. Is my Bluetooth on? Okay, cool. Come on. Okay, cool. So then I'm a video call everybody. Let's do one more time. It says something's not working. Wait, hold on. Oh, Wi-Fi for some reason didn't get hooked up. Oh, wait, hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hey, what's up? This is gonna be a really cool topic. Hold on, I gotta. Okay, cool. There it is. It popped in. Sorry about that. I'm not good at this. I should put my Giblet thing up, whatever the thing is called. Okay, so I'm gonna go up on it right now. Okay, we're in live now. Wait, hold on. Okay, hold on. Line chat, YouTube. So, yeah, this is gonna be really cool conversation. Basically, I'm gonna talk about. Just discuss things. I'm gonna say why I started this. For those who don't know how I started the Do You Love Black Men? I made some videos about that. Let's see, my dude. What's good? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good, man. How you doing? How you doing? I'm always good, man. Wait, let me see. Chat. See if I can call these people. Voice call. Okay, and I don't know who's going to be on there. Wait. I gotta see who I can invite. How does this thing work? How does this thing work? Wait, hold on. I'm trying to do the voice call for everybody who's in here. Join. Okay, wait, hold on 1 second. Okay, so for those who don't know, I started these videos, Do You Love Black Men, because of a message, a video that I made a long time ago with 3 Japanese women and 1 Japanese guy. I'm in the office. You're gonna be live for yeah. I'll be alive for a while. I remember videos. Those were classic. Thank you. Hey, you guys, everybody come and give me a thumbs up. I have another 2 more channels. I need to hurry up and get like 50 subs so I can go live. One is called Subjects and Verbs 1, 2, 3, 4 to Infinity. Just type that in, go there, subscribe. And then another one is from Japanese to English. Go in there and subscribe. Matter of fact, I wonder if I can make comments in here myself. Can I comment too? Huh? Wait, hold on. Welcome to life. Remember your privacy. Yeah, okay. I'm just making sure all of this stuff. Okay, cool. So, it was a white dude. I think it was like when Apple came out with that 17-inch Mac computer. I still got it, the 17 iMac Pro, and it had a camera in it. That was the first Apple computer, Macintosh, whatever, that had the camera in it. So I was at my friend's restaurant. She had on kimonos, her and her staff. The girls had a kimono, a guy had a suit on. And so I was telling them about it, and they didn't believe it because it wasn't made yet. So I turned the camera on, and it showed us. And then I just asked, can I record? They said, yes. So I was recording it so that they could see and everything. And it was like 3-minute video. That was it. And so they said I could put it up on YouTube. So I put it up on YouTube. And because somebody put a comment, just say hi in the comment so I can make sure I didn't delete it or something. And let me see. I cannot see how to invite people. Join. But it should have something where I can invite everybody, and I don't see it. So anyway, they said I can so they said what did they say? They said that it was okay. So I put the video on YouTube. Some white dude from what's up? How you doing? Are you in my line group? If you're in my line group, I can invite you so you can talk live on here also. And then we can chat. You can actually talk if you don't mind people listening to your voice. But I am trying to see how to invite everybody to it. One person in the call, that's just me. Oh well, I guess it's okay. So anyway, wait, can I members invite? Yes, invite everybody. Invite. Wait, hold on. Oh no, that's not it. Well, I don't know how to members. Okay. Okay, I guess it's in here. Whoever comes in, they come in, whatever, I guess. So anyway, he saw the video. Sorry about that. And he said, he was surprised. He said, wow, I saw your videos with those 3 Japanese women and beautiful Japanese women, a Japanese guy. And he said that I already shared in what chat 60. Huh? Wait, hold on. No. Wait. How can I see the chat? Huh. I'm trying to read the chat. And I can't find, oh, there it is. Dope, drop the link. Okay. I already shared in a chat of 60 plus peeps. Oh, okay, good. So, wait. Is it the, okay, drop the link. Oh, okay. The link, here, it's, if you want, okay, so this is my group. Okay, where is it? This is the group, okay? And I'm trying to see how I can invite people, but, man, it seems like they changed something. But you need to join Line. Do you have Line? It's LINE on the App Store. If you don't have it, here, I'll show you my, hold on. This would be my, cause this is gonna be really good conversation. It's really good. Invite. QR code. Okay, and what I need to do is, here, if you could, here's my QR code. I'm not sure if you can take a picture with another phone or something, but that's it. It's called Line, LINE, and let me think. It says share. Wait, here, let me do this right. Let me do this right. Delete screen. And wait, hold on. I know what to do. Share, copy, and then I'm gonna go on YouTube on here and find my what you call it. Find my channel. Okay, good. Okay, no, I don't want that. Okay, YouTube is like, okay, so I'm gonna okay, so I'm gonna put this in the chat, and this is the this is my from Japanese to English channel. Okay, and then I have an that's that one, and then my other channel, subjects and verbs, 1 2 3 4 to infinity. Okay, these are all no spaces. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just 1 2 3 4 to infinity. Okay. Wait. Just put that in. Oh, what did I spell? Did I spell it? Oh no, I spelled that wrong. Subjects and verbs. 1 2 3 4 to infinity. Okay, let me explain these two real quick. So, thank you. I dropped the link. There, you've been invited to the group. Join the group. So hit that link. Okay, and then the subjects and verbs video. Those are for children, that you can teach them how to match subjects and verbs, and it's you can teach kids from 3 years old, and it's real cool. It's real cool. Here, let me show you what the book looks like. And I wrote this book like in 2005, but I never published it because back there when I was trying to tell the teachers out here in Japan about the book and how, you know, they can improve their students English faster and easier. But, you know, this is the book. Okay. It's this book. And then and it's good from kids from 3 years old, just teach them grammar in like a real simple way and stuff like that. And then it's another channel I have, and it's called From Japanese to English. And so this book, it teaches, well, it shows Japanese kids how to go from Japanese to English, but it can work for any language. And I'm going to start putting up English videos where it show, wait, how can I do this? Well, it's for Japanese kids, but I can flip it around for the English too. Okay. So anyway, hit me up on the line if you want to join. And I'm trying to figure out something's really weird about this. Something strange. But okay, anyway, this is okay, cool. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I got a notification. Okay, cool. So let's get started with this conversation. Okay, so the name of the title, is going to be basically, I wanted to say you should have paid more attention to your mama. is what I really wanted to say. Oh wow, this is the wrong one. Is this it? Huh? I've been thinking this isn't. I am beginning to think this has no one actually conversed with Ralph. This is giving. Oh no, this is me. I'm live, but I'm trying to figure this out because this is driving. The one I'm watching is driving. Why is it driving? I'm not driving. Okay, wait. Okay, here it is. Okay, cool. It's not an Autobot. Don't worry. That's me. Okay. So, not an Autobot. Not Autobot. Okay, cool. Okay, so the original conversation I wanted, it should have been, you should have paid more attention to your mama. That's what I wanted to say. But this video is about, what I want to talk about is the relationship between men and women these days. And the reason a lot of things are failing is, oh, this is definitely not it. I need to delete that video. Yeah, let me delete this one. Anyway, something's wrong. I can't find my YouTube channel here, but forget it. So anyway, my theory is, when you're in a home, you know how they say when a man is not in the house, it's detrimental to the boys. Well, that's not true. For me, I think when a man is not in a house, it's detrimental to the girls. And when if the mothers are not home, it's detrimental to the boys. The reason is in the house, the woman, your mom, who you live with for 18, 19, however many years, she's going to be the perfect example of what a woman is that you're going to ever meet in your life. You're not going to learn, you're going to know all your mom's secrets, her boyfriends, everything, because they usually share them with the sons, or you'll be able to see it and stuff like that. But when you get married or have a girlfriend, you're not going to learn as much. So when you're at home, everything that your mother does, that's pretty much what a lot of other women do or can do or have the capabilities to do. Okay. And wait, hold on. Capabilities to do. So those 18 years, 19 years, however many you with your mom, you were able to study a woman. You were able to study her, learn all of her habits, everything. You were able to study all of those things. And a lot of guys don't know that. They think that you learn to be a man from the way that you learn to be a man is from your father, who is a man. But a man is something that a woman needs. I was on Clubhouse. It was this group, when they were talking about this, and I jumped in and I said, okay, you guys got it wrong. The man is the example to the girls, because the daughters are going to, the father is going to be the perfect example of what a man is, because she's going to be with her father for however many years. You know, you're not, even if you with your husband for a long time, you're not going to learn all his secrets and everything, right? So, and it's the same for the girls and the father, the boys and the mothers. And I said, when you are in a house, your mother needs a man. And so you need to find out what are the qualities of a man that your mama needs. So when I was in that group, I asked everyone, I said, and it was men and women, about like 50 people in it. And I said, of all the people who are in this group, I don't want the women to answer, only the men. I asked them, of all you men in this group, which one of you need a man? Not one of them answered. Then I asked, of everyone in the group who needs a man, all the women raised their hands. And so what is that saying? You know, what is that saying? Well, to me, it's saying that the real the real person in the family who will benefit from you, from your actions. I mean, for you, if you're a boy, it's gonna be your mom. If you're a girl, it's gonna be your dad, because your mama can't tell the mother can't tell a daughter what desires a man need. Only a man knows that. Everything. You know, she can guess a few, but it's not going to be everything. And so with the mother. So this problem that they're having with this problems and things like that, it's pretty much these guys didn't study their mother, or they're not going back and look at the things that their mothers did. Now, they might look at the bad qualities and stuff, but the mothers also have good qualities also. So now when they meet these women, because when you meet a woman, right, because they, you know, all these guys are giving up and stuff like that. Well, remember, when I started my videos, the relationship that's going on now, that was not happening, okay? Because right after I made my videos, and at that point, you know, pickup artists had already started coming out. It was really big in Tokyo. And I started my videos. And so by the time I heard it, but I tried to join the group, but, you know, they all knew me. So they kicked me out the group as soon as they realized who I was. But it was a bunch of white guys in Tokyo. And then the pickup artist thing came really big. And so I was making my videos. And it was this one guy, I think he's from Canada. And me and him, we talked once, because he would start talking crap about me. So somehow we got in contact. And I put him straight. You know, I didn't cuss him out or anything, but I put him straight and stuff. And like, you guys got this wrong. Because in reality, a man doesn't have to chase a woman. Okay, for me in my life, I am the type of guy, I love talking to women. I love talking to women. It is fun. Get to look at their faces and see their nose, their eyes, their lips, the way their mouth is moving, and they'll lick their lips and stuff, and the dry, if it gets dry and stuff like that. And it's just a beautiful thing just to watch a woman talk, right? And so back in those days, the guys didn't know how to pick up women. And I only told a few select guys, but you guys get to hear this. I said, really, a real man don't have to pick up a woman. All he has to do is show up and the women will come to him, right? And so these guys, they're like not understanding this. For me, I'm that type of guy. I can go and talk to women. That's nothing. But I don't have to, because women come to me. So when I lived out in Nagoya, I went down to Sakai, and every day, at least a minimum, every day, 3 women came up, talked to me, and we exchanged numbers. My telephone at that time, I think it was probably 95 or 96, it was always full. I think at first it was like 300 Japan's dating culture. Oh, okay. Fabian, Ralph, what's up? Okay, good, good, good. Okay, good, good. How you doing? Okay, I'm reading this here. I got on here too. It says so. Wait. Let me drop the link. Okay, I think I dropped the link in here. Where's the link? Where's the link? Well, hold on. The link. I'm gonna put it in. Oh no. Okay, so wait. Let me put the link again. And oh, I see what I did. I push return. Hold on. Okay, send that. And let me see if I can pin this link. Can I pin it? No, I can't do it. Okay. So anyway, what was I at? Oh, so for me, at least 3 women came to Japan. Yes, I think now you start to see a lot of guys going to third world countries getting the same experience that people had in Japan in the 90s. Okay, yeah, okay, so let me explain that real quick then. Because a lot of people call me, because now they, passport bros, and they saying like I'm the godfather of passport bros. I'm like, I don't want to be associated with it, but I understand what they're saying. But my whole thing was get out of the United States and go travel. Don't be scared to travel, because back then our parents and grandparents were saying don't travel to foreign countries because they don't like black people, especially, Japan and stuff like that. But I had already traveled overseas to Philippines from '87 and stuff, and I didn't have that problem as far as people hating me and stuff. Matter of fact, when I was in the Philippines, I was invited to one Japanese wedding. I ate dog. It tastes like chicken. It was weird. And then even when they had the war from '87 to '90 with, I think it was the NPA or something, 2 times I came literally face to face with the enemy. The first time I came off a base, I think it was the West Gate, the first gate not the main gate, but the one after that. I came out, me and my baby and my wife, and she was white. And right when that thing happened, they sent a note, or at least that's what the preacher told us, that they said if you black, they weren't going to hurt us, right? So we come off the base. She's holding the baby. She's white. I'm black. And by the time I look up, they're like literally like maybe 90 feet from us, or maybe 100 feet from us, basketball court distance, something like that. And she said, what you going to do? So I'm like, I'm not going to run, because I don't want to get killed, shot in the back, you know what I'm saying? So whatever. So anyway, we walked by and I said, how you doing? And they said, we're fine. But I said in Tagalog, in Spanish. And they replied, I'm thinking like, why? And this how close they were. They were on the other side of me. But you see how I reach on my arm, so you can see how far my fingers go. And then I just lean over just like that. And I could have touched the closest one to me. And so, I don't know why I brought that up. It was the reason why I brought it up. I forget. But the whole thing was, well, I forget. Let me change, because I forgot why I brought it up. Was the reason. It was a good reason why I brought that up about community. Oh, so yeah. So when I passed them, and then another guy was in a bar, and he came in and said, literally right here, had put a Desert Eagle on the table, and the nozzle was pointing towards me, and he is about my height, good shape, had his military uniform on, but his shirt was tight around his his waist. And I'm thinking I'm dying. And I sat there and I bought him a drink, whatever, because I'm thinking I'm gonna be dead in like 20 minutes and stuff. This dude sat there and just started talking to me, and then a white guy came in who was a military police, and I told him I was like really scared and stuff, and I was like, what, And so anyway, we were able to leave. And so what I'm saying about that is that giving those experiences, then when people were when those people were, our grandparents and stuff were saying about not going overseas, then when I met that white guy, he sent me that note saying about how you saw this video I made. I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but it was like 3 girls and 1 Japanese guy, and and we just talking, and it was a white guy from England. He sent them a letter, and that was him on YouTube, and you can receive mail. And he said, I saw your video with these 3 beautiful Japanese girls and the Japanese guy, and I was surprised how you was doing so well. He said, I'm a white guy. My friends from New York, they all went to Japan and came back and said Japan was racist, and that's why I never went to Japan. So he said, but when I saw your video and I saw you as a black guy having fun with 3 beautiful Japanese women, I figured, well, heck, if he's black and he can have fun, I know I can have fun because he's white. And then I'm thinking, like, what was that all about, right? And so maybe a couple of months later, a month later, the spirit told me to make these Do You Love Black Men videos. And I'm like, I'm not making those stupid videos, right? Because I didn't have any problem with women, right? And so, but the spirit said, oh, God says, make the videos or you coming to heaven or something like that. And so that's when I started making the Do You Love Black Men videos. And the first ones, I went to the women and tried talking to them, and it was really dark, really hard. Like that first one you write for, so Mika or Miko is whatever her name is. And so she, it took me like 20 minutes just to get her to do that. So I just stopped doing that. And all the other ones that you saw, actually the women came to me. We started talking, and because the conversation was good, that's when I asked them, do you want to do the Do You Love Black Men video? So a lot of people might not know that, but that's how most of those videos started. So getting back to the title, you should have listened to your mom. The whole thing is, now you got these guys, they are having problems with these women. And then they turn to look in the past. But in the past and the future, a lot of things changed. What was the biggest change that happened in the past versus now? Well, in the past, women didn't have money, so a lot of them were dependent on the husband, especially your grandmoms and stuff, or well, your great grandmas and stuff like that, or back in the 50s and 60s and things like that. Then when the iPhone came out, because before the iPhone came out, the women were pretty much just in the neighborhoods, and they just dated the men in the neighborhood. Now, you did have some that go out, but most of the time, everybody messing around in the neighborhood. When the iPhone came out, or AOL came out, people are like doing like phone sex or something like that, on AOL. That was fun. That was like in the 90s, 95s and stuff. I used to do that stuff. That was fun. Being able to talk to people, and people are like, you get these couples, and like they would say, oh, we're gonna fly you from Hawaii to our house so we can have like a three whatever and stuff like that, 3P. And well, in Japan they call it 3P, but a menage a trois, whatever it's called. And so I was like, no. And then what happened was, when iPhone came out, now the women in the neighborhood had the ability to contact men from all over the world. And the same thing, the men had that same abilities, but I don't think the men actually did it as much as the women. So the women were able to do this and stuff. I guess they did, because you need a man and a woman to do things and stuff. But I didn't hear too much about the men, but I did hear a lot about the women going on there and finding other guys and going to different countries and stuff like that. But the Japanese women, they've always been doing that. So fast forwarding now, before I made my videos, Lily in Korea, she made her videos about Korean women and black women and stuff, and then different people started coming out. Then the incel came out, and then the men going their own way came out, and then the people came out with the teaching guys how to pick up women and stuff like that. That guy, I think Redfoot or something on there, he started his videos too. He was in Japan, this one bro. I think he had a fro, but I told him to do those, because I told him to open up a school to teach guys to talk to women. Because I was going to do that, but I was just too busy with the English, so I didn't have it. So I told him to do it. And he actually went and did it, and he became pretty successful and stuff. And so now what's going on now is this. You got these men, these young men, looking at their grandfathers, fathers, or uncles, and they're saying, well, the women were it's more submissive. Well, a woman is never really submissive. It wouldn't be called submissiveness. It would be more called cooperation, or a lot of times that was the best situation that they can be in at that time and stuff or whatever, because sometimes a lot of women didn't have abilities to go get their own money and stuff, right? And so when the iPhone came out, iPhone made women be able to just, make millions of dollars just touching on the phone and stuff, right? And a lot of the guys did, but a lot of guys didn't take advantage of the money thing. But still, that wasn't the point. The guys still wanted to, have sex with women and stuff like that. So at first, during the pickup artist time, it was interesting, how the guys went around and talking to women, and then you had the guys counseling guys and stuff to how to pick up women, and then this shift happened. And I think the shift happened was when now you got these women, when they started coming in with this money, the OnlyFans thing came out and all of this stuff. So now the women don't have to go outside. They can go start meeting these guys from inside, and then they started getting money, and then they meet these guys who may have money, may not have money, but they weren't cool. That's the thing. A lot of guys, you can make money, but the difference is, how cool are you? Are you able to walk down the street and a woman just come over to you, like a lot of women did to me, and say, wow, I like the way you walk? I've actually had women say that. I like the way you walk, so that's why I came over and talked to you. I'm like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or they say they like how dark I was, because now I'm like kind of pale, but I used to be like black, And so that's the problem. So the real problem is, a lot of these guys are just simply, they are not cool. That's it. They don't have that aura about them that attracts women. And that's the biggest problem that's going on now. And then when I go to clubs in Osaka and things, I meet a lot of guys, and they don't know how to approach a woman. They don't know how to do this. They don't know how to do that. And I'm thinking, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let me look down here. See who popped in. Oh, Chariot Man Gaming. Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, it's good. I've been good. If you want to come in to my line group and actually talk where people can hear you, I have a line group. You can join it. Let me see. But I don't know how to. It was supposed to be able to join live, and I really don't understand this. Wait, let me get out of here and try it again. I'll try it again later. Okay. And yeah, because nobody actually joined the link, so it's cool. So let me go back to it. So basically, a lot of the guys aren't cool. A lot of guys don't walk up and talk to the women, or a lot of guys don't have women coming up and talking to them. So now these guys, they're getting upset because they're saying that these women are, how can I say, they demanding too much. They got too much money to be with. You can't satisfy them, this and that and this and that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, well, you guys are not, in the old days, yes, a guy would go up there, and woo the women, into a good lifestyle and stuff. But now these women, they got their own money. Now they got these guys that in the past we used to call simps, who had the money, and then they give it to the women for whatever services or presents or anything like that. So you had the guys who could just use the money to make things easier to connect with the women, and then you had the guys who didn't have money and couldn't make things connect with the women. So now you got it where these guys are making money and they can get the woman, but they still messing up, and the women will leave them. And so what I tell these guys, I'm saying, listen, don't blame the women. Okay, it's your fault, because the second that when you see this woman, something immediately tell you whether or not she's good for you or she's not good for you. And then if you go over there and talk, um, the hints are there. Okay, whether she's compatible or not. You only need to be 51% compatible for it to, last. If it's like 50, okay, 50 is okay, but 51 is better. At least you have a better chance. And so these guys are not understanding that the problem is not that the women aren't submitting. That's not it. You don't give them a reason to submit to you, And a lot of guys on Clubhouse, they talking about the Bible, and women should submit to a guy. But I tell them, well, the word submit just means to agree. So what definition are you going to use? Because in the thesaurus, there are many, what's that thing called? There are many definitions or synonyms for the word submit. Now, these guys mean the women submit and they dog the woman out and do whatever he says. But when you look at your father, right, for those who lived in the house, when you're at home, the mother's at home and the father's at home, who's doing most of the submitting in the house? Who is doing most of the submitting in the house? Okay. Well, it's going to be the father, because the mother is the one who's yik-yakking and jaw-jacking all day. The father's just sitting there. The kids are running around doing this. The mom is giving orders. Honey, do this, kids do that. Honey, do this, kids do that. The man said, I'm the boss. You're the man in the house. Yes, you're the man in the house. You're supposed to protect the house. But in the house, who's the boss? The woman is the head of the household. The man is the head of the house, right? So in the house, even the men are the ones who are submitting to the women. That's it. Now, you can get into arguments, and men, of course, they got strength, unless you got a woman bigger than you. They can abuse the women because the woman is exercising her right to say no. Okay, it's her right. It's a God-given right. And it, people now they're trying to use the Bible, and I tell them, the Bible, and it doesn't matter. I'm just saying whatever religion you are, but I think all religions might even say the same thing. But the Bible, I tell these guys, the Bible says for us to love God with all our heart and only submit to God, right? And so when I bring it up, they get upset. But what I tell them, I say, listen, what you guys are doing is you're listening to these guys who probably really have problems with women. They don't know how to talk, and they could be attractive. You could be attractive, but the communication with women and being attractive, those are like, like Mars and some solar system out there that ain't even in existence yet. There's no comparison. So you can't do that. You have to realize that. So now you got these guys on these social medias, and they're telling guys not to talk to the women and blah, blah, blah. And I'm not saying they're wrong. I think I will say there should be some really, really, really caution and really care in the words that are used. So now, because what's going to happen is you're going to create this generation where children aren't born, right? Or very few children are born, especially in the Black communities or whatever communities these guys are on. They're doing. So more than likely, I'm thinking, because now a lot of people are jumping on it, and then you're going to do this, and then before you know it, time is going to pass by. Now you're 35 and you're 40, and then you realize that you're getting old and you don't have no kids, and now you want to get married at 35 or 45 or whatever, 50 years old, and you're like, who are you going to find? Because if you couldn't find no one while this stuff is going on, what makes you think you're going to find it now? And a 45-year-old woman, I don't think she wants to date a 45-year-old guy her age, because as we all know, that the girls, a 15-year-old, let's say a 20-year-old guy and a 20-year-old girl, well, she's going to be way more mature than a 20-year-old guy. That's why usually women tend to date guys older than them because of the maturity of it and stuff like that. So that means if you're 35, 40, or 45, then, you know, you're looking at a girl that's way younger than you wanting to marry you, but you don't want to marry them because they're too childish. And then if you're going to try to marry a woman older than you, even 1 year, because of the age, you know, they're going to, even if she did work to marry you, because she could be 1 year older than you, she's going to boss you around. So what you going to do? You got this age. You don't want to be with a younger girl because she's probably still attractive and, you know, still playing or whatever and all of these things. And these guys just literally waste of time. Now, I want to say that the guys who are doing this on these social apps and whatever, they're speaking with their thinking, or some could be real, some could do it for the money, some could do it for the attention. There's many different reasons why they're doing this, but I believe it's dangerous. And now you're seeing these guys, like I saw this one white guy, when he was young, he had a set of hair. Now he's older and he's bald. And he's saying like everybody was right about not getting a woman. Now, the thing is, when he was young, he looked attractive. Full set of hair, he can get women. But now he's bald a little bit, you know, on this side, he's bald and he doesn't have women. And if you look at the picture, there's a clear difference between his youth and the age he is now. And a lot of women, unless they just desperate and need a man, a lot of them are not going to talk to him, you know. But when he was young, when you're young, that's like your best chance to get a woman, because regardless of what you're going through, you're going to grow old together. But if you grow old by yourself and then, hey, let me read the comment. You can get hair transplant nowadays. Yes, you can. You're right. But who's going to do it? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to do it? And it's not even, see, my whole thing is, a lot of guys think it's about looks. I tell people it's more about the vibrations that you create in your body that sends it out. So like me, I've been, like when me and, what's his name in my videos? DJ Vegas, the tall brother. When me and him went out and we did the Do You Love Black Men videos, me and him just chilling by ourselves. Like the Korean video from the Korean lady. She come up and start talking to us, doing the dub, and we like, what? And I'm like, okay, let's do the video. And she, all right, we did the video and stuff like that. So what I'm saying is if you have problems talking to women, the problem is maybe the vocabulary that you're using, or you're not bringing up the topic, or the way you approach, not in the conversation, but your aura might be off, or if you're shy, or you clearly might be going up to a woman that you know is not interested in you, and she see you coming and she's not interested in you, you know, and they're going to just, you know, period, just say no. So there are a lot of things, but the whole thing is still stop this women need to be submissive to a man. Because if you don't have $1 million, and there's a whole bunch of guys out there that got $1 million, why would she choose you when she can go be submissive to someone that got more money? You know what I'm saying? If you one of these guys who are into the, you know, all mad because of the height stuff, you know, then that means you got to only date all the women shorter than you. But they got tall women that, like, man, it don't matter. You know, a lot of women, if you talk to them, they don't care about the height. They more or less want somebody that's respectful and stuff. Now, you do have people that have their preferences. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had friends and who are dating taller women and stuff like that. And I didn't care. Nobody didn't care, you know, this, whatever, you know, because maybe she dated someone shorter than her because all the guys her height and taller could have been abusive. You know what I'm saying? So at least if she's 6'4" and he like 5'7" or 5'8", you know, he tried to beat her up, you know, at least she can grab him by the back of his neck and lift him up, you know, she can protect herself. So I'm just joking. But, you know, things like that. when I was in Detroit, my mom passed. One of the NBA players came in, and I saw her. She was huge. I was just like, whoa, you know. So there's different things. So what I'm saying is based on the title, your mama. If you, how many of you? You don't have to say, but just think about it. People are watching in here live too. If knowing what you know about your mama, if you went out and saw a woman and you started talking to her and she acted the way your mama did, would you date her? Okay. Would you date her? Most guys would say no. In Hawaii, me and my mom was, when I was out there, I stayed with my mom because some stuff happened, so I just left LA. And we were sitting in the couch, and me and her, we talk about everything. When we were young, we talked about everything, sex, money, whatever. And so we sitting down, and she asked me, why can't I get a man? I laughed at my mom, and she looked like Diana Ross. My mom was just like beautiful. And she, let's say, no, so I told her, I said, Mom, the reason you can't find a man is because you're not a woman. And so she turned, and I thought she's going to stop me. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, because you're an adult, you're a female adult, but you're not a woman. There's a difference between the two. A female adult is just the maturity of your body, but a woman is a mental maturity. A man is a mental maturity. I said, there are a whole bunch of mental mature males, what we call men, walking around. But if they saw you, and just your first appearance looking at you, and just within 10 seconds, they'll know whether or not your mind is mentally mature. And you're not. I said, my mind is mentally mature. And if you weren't my mom, and my mom is beautiful, I said, here, I'll even show you guys a picture. I said, I wouldn't date you. She got mad. And she's like, why? I said, no. Because it would be too much babysitting. I don't know if you guys can see this. But here, this is my mom. Let's see, that's my mom. Okay. And this is me when I was out in Hawaii. So I was kind of a little yoked and stuff, little muscles and stuff. But that's my mom. Every time I show people this picture and I don't tell her that's my mom, tell people that's my mom, they all think she's my girlfriend. I just laugh. I think that is like so funny and stuff. So anyway, what I told her, I said, Mom, even if a man wanted to be with you, oh no. I said, even if a man wanted to be with you, he would have to, how could I say that? Oh, why do I keep doing this? I said, even if a man wanted to be with you, it would be hard to be with you because you are mentally not mature. And then even if he was with you, he can meet you. He knows what a woman is. He can teach you to be a woman or how to mentally mature your mind. But because you knew at it, he knows that what's going to happen is he's going to teach you to be a woman. Now you know, and you're going to go out into the world and start exercising your newness and stuff. And because you're not really perfectly stable, you'll fall back into that maturism again. And I said, so that's why a lot of men probably don't talk to you. Real men who are mentally mature. Now she had boyfriends and stuff, and they were like childish. I met one dude, and, I was like, oh God, and so I told her that, and this conversation is like 30 minutes long, and basically I said, you're immature mentally, and a guy who's mentally mature, he might like you because you are beautiful, but he knows that if he deals with you, he's going to have a lot of childish issues. And so the only thing, and then if he does meet you and teach you how to be a woman, because you don't have that stability and you didn't do it on your own, you're going to fall back. Hey, I'm back. Okay. What's up? How you doing? I'm trying to get this line thing working. I'm not sure, so people can actually come on on here and actually talk. So it's an app called Line, Line, and if you want to actually talk where people can hear your voice, then join Line, and my code is GS350JPN, and join, you know, and then I can add you to the I can add it to you, because I did that before with that comment. That was like really cool and stuff. Okay, so anyway, so me and my mom had this conversation about 30 minutes, and because now it's like, for me, I'm talking to y'all, so it was, it seemed like it's taking longer, but I know my mom, so it was like really easy to talk to her and stuff. Pretty much just basically I just said, Mom, there's no way some real man gonna talk to you because you're crazy. Just looking, just say a couple of words, and they realize that mentally you're not mature and stuff like that. So when I finished the conversation, guess what my mom said? Just do 50 JP in the house. Okay, cool. And if you join my line, let me know, and then I can add you to the group and have you come in so you can talk and people can actually hear your voice. So when we finished the conversation, guess what my mom said? Guess what my mom told me? Who knows? Guess what my mom said? Anyone take a guess? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My mom, I can't believe she said that. My mom said, I cannot believe the man that I'm looking for is my son. I turned to my mom. I was like, what are you talking about? I said, Mom, even if you were not my mom, and we were the same age or close to the same age, I would not. Wait, he says, she agreed with, yes, she did. I said, Mom, if you weren't my mom and we were closer to age and you come over and talk to me, I would not date you. Definitely not date you. Now, my mom was a warrior. When I was 10 years old, she had a boyfriend who shot her point blank in the head like this, but her finger was on her, the nozzle was on her head, so it went through her finger, but it lodged in her brain. It didn't kill her. My mom got her master's degrees in her 50s or 60s, I believe it was. She bought a house in Detroit. She was really popular. I guess the people around there. She was in the newspaper in Detroit for gardening, or I forgot what it was called, and stuff like that. And so my mom accomplished a lot, and she was a nurse, so she accomplished a lot in her life for the things that she went through. So I had to think of those things too. But regardless of what she went through, I told her there would be no way I would date you. She got mad. She got so upset, But I'm like, why would you get us? I'm your son. Stop fantasizing in your mind, about that stuff, So it was funny. So let me get back to this. So what's going on was that if a lot of guys, and again, just think about it. If you pay attention to your mom and then you go out in the street, because a lot of guys, in the back of the day, some people do compare their girlfriends or their wives to their moms. It's like, wow, you talk too much like my mom. Or, how many times your dad would say, or you hear people say, you're not my mom. You're not my mom. You're not my mom. And, boyfriend and girlfriends, even all my wives out here, no. I'm like, you're not my mama. You know what I'm saying? You can say whatever you want. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. And they say, well, I do what you say. I said, listen, don't do what I say. I'm just making a suggestion. I'm not giving you. Now, a couple of times I did give demands, but I gave those demands for them to do it. But realizing that if they didn't do it, I had the power to go and do it, And so, and I said, I don't care. You can go out and do what you want. You can sleep with 1,000 men in a day. I don't care. We here, for whatever reason we got married for, and that's it. All that other stuff you do, I don't care what you're doing and stuff. You can all do what you want, but don't come and then start bossing me around. You ask me. And if I don't want to do it, that's it. If you don't want to do it, that's it. But all of my wives, when I met them, they were here. When we divorced, they were here. They were here when I met them. When we divorced, they were here. Okay. And so I left them in a better position than they were when I met them. So now, the things that these guys are saying on these, did you guys see that? What's that guy, Love and Fresh guy? Them two guys. Well, the one guy, he was on the video and he was at the airport, and I think it was an Asian one, maybe she was Japanese, and he was like on enough, and she said don't kiss her, and he kissed her anyway, right? And he was like with all these, telling guys don't get the women, blah blah blah, and the next thing you know, he's simping on TV, and then I forgot what it was, Fresh and something, and then it was some else. Oh, and then some guy who was supposed to be dating some Asian woman who was into some other stuff, and that got all on YouTube and stuff a lot. Because my friends, they always bring that stuff to me, and I'm like, listen, because it's three of us, three bros out here that we always used to hang out, and they were like, yeah, Fresh and Fit, yeah, and so they always believe the negative things, and I kept telling them, no, all that stuff that these guys are saying, those things happen. It don't matter. You're gonna walk down the street and you're gonna trip. You're gonna walk up the steps and you're gonna trip. But you can't isolate everybody in those same positions. You can't do that. And so, or I should say, blanket everyone. So they were like, well, see what this girl did, and see what that girl did, and then these guys with the body counts and stuff. And the next time somebody come up to me with this body count crap, because I keep telling them, like, a woman can't have sex with a man if the man is participating. So you can't call a woman a bad word based on her even just having sex, regardless of the number of men she may have, because it's the men who are participating. And so if you want the women to stop having sex with men, then all the men have to agree to not have sex with the women. How many men are going to do that? The men are not going to do it. And then they say these girls body count, and I'm laughing all the time. And I must have heard about, I don't know how many thousands of times and stuff. And I said, listen, guys, I don't understand it. You are the body count. You guys are the body count. I said, so if you say, I don't want to be with these girls with these body counts, then basically you're just saying you don't want to have sex with a woman. And that's what you're trying to do. But you're saying you don't want to have sex with a woman at the same time because they have body counts. But who's the body count? The body counts are the men. You are the body count. Yes, I'm a body count too, but I ain't complaining about it. So it's weird. So going back to the title, when you meet a woman, you think about your mom, and then you look at her. Your mom has very beautiful, great qualities about herself, but you probably only heard mostly negative because you didn't do your homework, and you didn't clean up, and you didn't do what you should have did when you should have did it, right? And so she had to discipline you. And so you get out there, you get these women with the nice bodies and stuff. And I'll tell you the truth, there are a lot of women out there who want to be with you, and they want to have fun with you, they want to sleep with you, whatever, and then that's it. They want to bounce. They want to say, hey, I want to be with you for these 7 hours to the max, and after that, I'm gone. Some guys are like, no, because they want a woman for the rest of their life, or, till the day they die. But when you think about the sex that goes on in the families with the man, your mom and your dad, how was it? Well, if we go back in the old days, from what you're hearing, pimps and the players and the hustlers and money and the sex is there. So you're thinking everybody is having fun and stuff. But as time started going by, the guys who didn't learn the game from their mama or from other guys who are around, their game never developed. So in my videos, what do I say? Before you come, I said, listen, if you're a pimp, player, hustler, gang banging person, and you come out to Japan, you keep that attitude because you're going to need it in Japan. Not saying you want to beat up people and doing that stuff. You're going to need it because Japan, the women out here, they got so much game that they make black women in the United States look like angels. I'm not joking. There's so many stories. funny. These women out here come out here and you gonna be submitting to them. They gonna make you submit to them. And a lot of these foreigners out here married to these women, they mentally they messed up. And so that's why I say in my videos, Japan and American Japan are totally opposite. So if you in the States and you one of them weak guys and blah, 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 you better listen to Too Short songs, because the game that he says in his songs is the game that these women play on these guys. And then, because his songs are your Bible to survive in Japan. And then if you weak, you better go back to your neighborhood, find the coolest, most playboy, hustler person that you can, and you emulate him. And you come over to Japan and you do that, and you have to keep that mentality. But most of all, you got to keep your foot on these women's necks, but you got to keep your foot on your neck the hardest, because when you start letting your foot off your own neck and these women put your foot on your neck, you done. You're done. These guys out here I hear these stories over and over, and I'm laughing, and people are like, you got divorced? I said, I didn't want to marry my wife. My wife didn't want to marry me. You know, we only married because we had a kid. And we just, after 19, we decided to divorce. And 19 years, she turned 19. She had to typically, I'm in divorce, sign the paper and stuff. I'm laughing. I'm like, sure, go ahead, go. I don't care. I don't need you. I told her, you benefit from me more than I benefit from you, as far as material things. Now, of course, we both benefited from our two children and stuff. But I said, other than that, what did I get from you, other than the kid? You got business, this, and stuff. And all of my wives the same, So when I got married, I married them because they asked me to marry them. And I married as friends, not love. No, hell no. I love myself. I'm sorry, but I love me first. And it's going to be me first, because even the Bible says love God first, whatever. Well, I don't know God, only from what people tell me. So I'm going to love God. I love me first. But if I'm supposed to be part of myself, part of God, then loving me is the same thing as loving God. So what's going on with these things is a lot of these guys, really, if you really want example of what a real woman is, you need to talk to your mama. You know that song? Thank you for that. Yeah, it's true. Think about that song. My mama told me you better shop around. You know what I'm saying? Your mama know these women. Your mama is a woman. She knows the games that these women play, and these guys fall for the okie doke day and night. And it's funny, like one time I was walking in Osaka, and this lady, she was yelling at her husband. He's pushing the carriage, all days the women push the carriage. He's pushing the carriage, and she's going off on him. It was crowded. She blah, 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 blah. And I looked at the dude. I just started laughing. He put his head down. His wife looked over at me, and I gave her a head up. She gave me a head up and just went in on him. That's how these women are. These guys are so weak. Yeah, they can beat up on their wives and stuff, but when it comes to the mentality. But the whole thing is, he knew she was too strong for him. So if you want to get a woman, this is what you do. A lot of guys don't like women talking, but that's the job of a woman. She have kids, she got to talk to her. She's at home, talking to the kids, you at work, and your boss is bossing you around, and you typing or whatever you doing, unless you're the boss. But if you're not the boss, you go to work and your boss you around. You go home and your wife boss you around. Where is the man the capability or the capacity to be a man in those situations. So, so if you really want to know how to talk to women, you really have to go talk to your mom, your aunts, or some other lady, and make sure they're older than you, and talk to them, and they're going to tell you. A lot of women know that a lot of women ain't worth nothing. They already know that. Just like when a woman come and tell you about a guy, oh, these guys, they ain't nothing. We say that about each other. Oh, they ain't nothing. They ain't nothing. You're just wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? But people still need that interaction, that social interaction and stuff to make you feel good, because we just humans and stuff. So I'm not saying don't listen to what these guys are saying, with the red pill and the blue pill and the black pill. When that stuff came out, my friends were telling me, I'm like, what the hell is a blue pill and a black pill and a red? I'm like, you guys are stupid. They're like, what do you mean? It don't matter if it's red, blue, or green. It's still a freaking pill. Why you need to take a pill? I don't understand that. Well, the red pill mean this, the blue pill mean this, the black pill. I'm like, man, the whole thing is these guys don't know how to talk to one. And when they did the pickup artists, and girls were like charging $2,000, to have sessions to teach guys how to talk to women and stuff. And I don't know. So basically, all I'm saying, if you wanted to get a woman, to understand a woman, the best way to understand a woman is by talking to your mom. Like, damn, Rob, the image of Japanese women here in the States and Passport Bros movie is that they are real. Hell no. Yeah, go ahead and bleed it. Somebody told me that. I started laughing. I was like, man, somebody put the okie doke, man. These women, I'm telling you, when I talk to a lot of bros and some of my videos, when I'm in some of these groups, especially on Clubhouse and stuff, I'm like, man, these women in Japan got so much game. They make black women look like angels. I said, man, y'all better stop traveling around the world. Stop acting stupid with your women and love that black woman. Because what she's putting you through ain't nothing compared to what these Asian women are doing. You look at their men. Look at their men. These guys are, oh man. This one sister said she went to Korea, dated a Chinese guy. And she dated him for 2 years and they never had sex. And I met her out here and it just messed her up. And she said we were dating for 2 years and he never had sex with me. 2 years. She said something like, how did she say that? She said something like she deserved to have sex with him at least once. And I'm thinking like, first of all, maybe his mother was controlling him or whatever, but you can't just create these images in your head. This guy been with you for 2 years. He never had sex with you. What you upset? That's your fault. You could have went out and had sex with someone else. I said, but you don't understand the culture. Maybe those men over there, they're weak. Maybe you, because most women, you got to remember, most women, just like guys, they're not going to date a woman that they can't control. And most women know that all they got to do is get that high voice and, shake their waist a little bit. And the guys be all fantasizing in the spill and stuff, like, and stuff like that. It's crazy. She said, I did not once. And I'm just thinking, I didn't say anything. I'm just listening to her, where she's from Jamaica. And I'm thinking, like, you go all the way overseas, try to be with an Asian man because you think he's better than a black man, when all Asians are black. When you're looking at history, Koreans, you should look in the 1900s and before that, the picture, they black. See them looking the way they looking now. And plus, he's walking down the street with a black woman, and black men. And even though we, the repetition, the stuff that the, people talk about us, it's not a good what is that thing called? A good, it's not positive, in the streets, but in the bed, it's positive, right? No, I'm joking. But in the streets, and I'm thinking like, I don't understand. So I said, well, I mean, I don't know what to say, but that's your fault. You should have broke up with him and found some Korean guy that want to have sex with you. But then saying something like that, she was like, well, that'll make me seem like I'm what Santa Claus say, right? And so I'm like, I mean, but do you want to have sex or not? I mean, the relationships, they said it's not about the sex, it's about the love. But then I got to thinking, 2 years with somebody and he never had sex with her. And I'm thinking to myself, that dude probably was banging his own women and stuff like that. Because the culture, it really is different. And it really is, But yeah, no, these women are not, they're feminine. That's true. Oh man. These women, they thin and stuff, but some of them look like sisters, thick lips, some got thick noses. In the summertime, they get dark. Some do have butts. They love to have the physical activities with men. They're very, very skilled at it. It's like in America, Jesus says, if you sin, you go to hell. And it's like in Asia, Buddha said, do what you want because everybody's going to heaven, And it's just weird like that. But it's a good thing, because now you come to Japan or Asia and you don't have these limitations on you. But it doesn't matter what the limitations that you have or don't have. These women still, in so many ways, control it. And these guys don't understand it. So these guys are saying like, well, what about Japanese women? I said, you can come out here and have sex. I mean, sex in Japan or in Asia, it's not like the way we think about it in the States. You could do it. They'll stay with you a couple of days during the weekend. And like this one dude, I think it was a white dude, he said he met a Japanese girl in the club on a Friday night, and she came and stayed at his house till Monday. And he said every day, that Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, or whenever in the house, just like hands on. And he said she left that Monday morning and didn't call him again until 6 months later, and said sorry for not returning his calls. She had a boyfriend. She went out next day and found some other dude. Whether he's Japanese or not, I don't know. And I'm laughing. And he was really sad. I'm like, I mean, isn't that what guys do to women in the States? Some of these Asian women have way more game awareness. Yes, they do, Jamal. They do. And I said, but why would you get upset? Isn't that what guys do to the women in the States? And things like that. Well, what I told the guys in America, I said, what you guys really need to do, or the foreign men, not an Asian man, they complaining so much and stuff, and they want to be with an Asian woman. And I said, man, y'all better off with your own women. Like when you have some of these groups saying black on black, or thank you, black on black, or white on white, those groups and stuff, whatever. But the violence, the negativity is bad. But with the reality of what they're saying, that stuff is true. I'm telling you. I done listened to so many of these stories, these white dudes, these bros, these dudes from Saudi Arabia and stuff come out here and get towed down mentally by these women. I was in this one Starbucks one day, and this guy, he had, those head wraps and stuff they have. This dude was sitting in Starbucks, and his head wrap was all off and down to the ground. And I'm thinking, like, I thought he was one of those guys, I don't want to say it on here, but I was like, wait a minute, you girl messing them up or what? So I just left because I was not taking any chances. Nothing didn't happen. But I mean, these women, it's like, when you get married to, like I said in my videos, when you marry a Japanese woman, she becomes the CEO and you and the children are the staff. Whatever she says goes, and that's it. And these women, they got the gift of that gap. They're and non-stop. And it's just like, well, just, I'll do anything you say, but can you just give me 1 minute of peace? It's, I'm telling you, man. I had a friend, he was out here, the preacher in the States. I won't say he was a good preacher. I mean, he was a good preacher, whether his faith or not. But he came out here. That dude got turned out. He got turned out. All kinds. I'm telling you, man. It's like sex out here in Japan. It's a free thing. It's something that you're supposed to do. You know, because you're supposed to have kids. You know, raise a family. Do you feel this is mostly women in Japan? Nah. These are Asian women. No, Asian women. Because the men in a lot of these Asian countries, they don't know how to communicate with their women in a way where the women don't seem so domineering. Okay. And so, and in the United States, we know that the mothers are strong, but because of the girls are strong, but because the guys are stronger, they're not able to negatively react in a physical way, and which will put the woman in the position to where she should stop talking because it's not beneficial to her health. Remember your videos back in 2014? Those were epic. Still in Japan? Who, me? Yeah, I'm still in Japan. Thank you. Yeah, still in Japan. And most of those videos, I was just out just chilling. Like I said, the reason I made those, did you guys watch those 2-part videos of why I even made those videos? A lot of guys say, Mom, thank you for the videos. I'm like, man, God told me to make them videos or I'm coming to heaven. I said, why am I going to make some videos and tell you guys how to talk to women or go around the world and have, you know, these physical encounters with these women? You know, I'm like, why would I do that? I don't care if you have sex or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. If you can't talk to a woman, that's you. Because your mama's in the house and she told you what to do. She said, when you go out there, them women ain't no good. She don't even say women. She said them girls. With your boy to your mom. And then the girls, she talking about them girls that's your age. And she told you, how many times did your mama tell you? You darn for sure the fathers tell the girls. She said, I wouldn't be surprised if y'all probably remember your fathers teaching young girls, dominate these dudes because they weak. But you gotta be careful for the for what one of them ones they call the jealous ones. Is it jealous ones or the ones who can't get women? Or I forgot what, but it's a certain, those sneaky, what was it? Simps or something? I forgot. There are certain guys they said to be careful of them because they will seriously physically hurt you. A lot of this have been a lot of, man, I hear that. All I heard was this. Guys went to Colombia and left Colombia in a box. You know what I'm saying? So as far as I'm saying, is if you go there and one of the people go there and somebody's coming home and people come home in boxes, that's not success. What is success? Think about what you said though. Right? A lot of guys are having success in Colombia and Thailand from what I heard. Success in doing what? Business? Okay. Or having sex. And having sex, that was low for me. Thailand was low for me. Well, I mean, think about it. Yeah, okay. What I'm saying is, oh yeah, I understand that. But what I'm saying is, when men and women have intercourse, right? Why do women do it? Why do men do it? Well, men shouldn't ask why we shouldn't answer that question. That's a question for women to ask. I mean, to answer. And women shouldn't be asking us, answering for us. We should answer for ourselves. Men do it because that's just part of something men do and women do, and they go to a place where it's easily accessible. But what are you getting out of it? Or how much you got to pay for it, or what you're doing for it. And then and because usually when like most people have this sexual intercourse, whatever it's called, it's usually, most people do it to get rid of stress. When I do it, it's an adventure, it's fun, there's communication. It's like, if me, like when I was in I think LA or not Hawaii, definitely not Hawaii, in LA. When I talk to a lot of sisters I talk to, they would tell me just having a conversation with me was almost like having sex. Just having a conversation, because the way the conversations went. And when I was in high school at Uni High in LA, and I was in the PE, I was in 11th grade PE, and what happened? It was this white girl. She lived in West LA, Westwood area, rich, maybe about this high, beautiful white girl, nice mammary glands, just nice. I never saw her before, nothing, because when I was in uni, we usually hang out. Well, I tried to hang out with the blacks. They didn't really like me because I was really dark. And at that time, the dark-skinned, it was that light-skinned blacks versus the dark-skinned blacks and stuff. And I was still a virgin and everything, so I didn't know all that kissing and sex and all this stuff. And she came and sat next to me and kissed me on my cheek. Kiss, 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 kiss. For the whole time we were sitting, just, and I said, like, stop. Then we'll do something. She'll come back. When we sit down, she'll come on the other side. Kiss, 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 kiss. She would do that the whole semester. I got upset at the I didn't yell at her, and I was talking to her like this and said, "Can you please stop touching me? Stop kissing me. Why are you kissing me?" I would tell the teacher, they would just laugh. Then after 2 weeks, they realized that she was serious, and they got mad at me. And I went off on this one lady, and then she went off on this other girl. Because if I would have went off on a guy, then we probably would have gotten into a fight. And if she would have went off on a girl, they would have gotten in a fight. So I went off on a girl for her, and she went off on a guy for me. And she did that, and I wasn't thinking boyfriend, girlfriend. I didn't think like that. I'm just living my life, having fun. I was really into God and stuff like that. And it never dawned on me that she liked me. I'm telling you, that's how L7, we say square. That's how it was. It was just like, when I was in LA, I talked to a lot of women, fine sisters, fine, bad. But I never said, let's sleep. When I first time I broke my virginity, was a sister from Canada, badass red bone. Oh my God, she was fine. And we were hanging out, and I'm tall, yoked, looked like I had a whole bunch of girlfriends. I was one of them Bible bumping guys. You know what I'm saying? I hung out with gangbangers and stuff, but I was always talking about God when I'm with them and stuff. Things happen. I never ran, nothing like that. I never hurt anybody, But she didn't believe I was a virgin, and I said, okay, let's do it. I went and did it, and she was shocked. But the next day, I woke up and I was throwing up, and my stomach was hurting. My head was all over the place. I couldn't even go to work. I was out. I was like, oh my God, is this what sex going to do to you? And I don't think I had sex again for a little bit. Wait, let me read this. Okay, so I've seen a lot of your content and listen to the years. I'm finally going to Japan next year for a few years to work, and your videos are helping my insights. I have unrealistic perspectives. Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. I had experience as a kid too. Okay. Yeah. What I'm saying is, only reason I made those videos was because after I read that letter that that white guy from England sent to me, the Spirit told me to make those videos. God said, make those videos telling black men to get passports, go to school, how to study, degrees, and travel the world and see that they are not hated. Everyone loves us. All the countries, they love us. Now, the governments might allow them to abuse us because, you got those jealous guys. I was the jealous guys, the father said to the girls. You be careful from jealous guys and stuff. You stay away from them. And you have those people, And so we go around and you meet some of these guys in their countries because they got their rights and they know their rights they know rights in their country that they have more than we know the rights in our country, because if we knew all of our rights, we would be having a lot of these problems. Ralph, definitely the God. Thank you. And thank you for that. And so God told me to make those videos. God said, these are the honest words. I read that a couple of weeks later. God said, make Do You Love Black Men videos. And I'm like, I'm not making DAMN videos. You crazy. First passport, bro. I mean, oh, when people say that, I actually don't like that. It's cool. I understand. But I'm thinking like, the only reason I got a passport because I was in the military and I went to the Philippines. And so I think I got my passport before I went to the Philippines. I think so. Yeah, I think so. Or when I came back. And my Philippine experience, yes, I did have sex out there, but it was only because somebody kind of like the girl, my friend paid for my first bar fine, and I wasn't interested in her at all because I was married and everything. Even though my wife said she was out there, screwing everybody and stuff on the base, like Air Force Base. I was laughing and stuff. I didn't care, but I was like, no. So she didn't want to go. So we went to a hotel and I was going to sleep and she just kept bothering me. So we did it. I didn't want to, but nothing didn't come out because when I went overseas and the women who did approach me, and if we did have something, when we finished, they didn't ask for money, except for one in Thailand. She asked for money, we finished, and I was like, I was not happy, but I said, listen, all these guys that come over to Thailand, they just want to have fun. They don't care about sex. And if you need money, just ask for the money. Some guys will just give you money. I'm one of them guys, if you ask me for some money, and if I have it, I'm going to give it to you. And I don't care if you give it back. So I say, how much you want? She said, this much. So I gave her a whole bunch of money. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care, because I was getting money, and God saved my life 3 times in Philippines where I shouldn't even be here, so, every day is a blessing for me. So I just told her that because I didn't want her to think that I was one of those guys. And then she asked me to hang out with her and her friend at night. And they took me to this real nice club. So she could have had money, whatever. But after that, I just didn't talk to her anymore, because I just was very uncomfortable with that situation. Here, let me read the comments. Rough Day Infinite God, first person groom. Yeah, I feel he was the first I've seen to dive deep on this topic. All right, I'll just say that you did it first. No, it's okay. At the end of the day, you pay for it. Even in Japan and other countries, just like the girls are way more appreciative. Yeah, it does seem like the women are more appreciative. It really does. And the reason it seems like it's more appreciative is because when you're interacting in a mutual exchange where she'll get 2 things from you and you're only going to get 1 thing from her, then she doesn't have anything to argue about, because women like sex. And so let's say like CS and Teach, y'all like handsome. Y'all make, I don't know, whoever the most handsome guy in the black guy in the United States look like he's a 0. You know what I'm saying? And women like being with handsome men. That's just logic. Well, some guys who are not handsome and they get beautiful women, well, that's because they're funny. Because funny trumps everything. Okay, funny. If you funny, you can get any woman. Okay, because there's a thing. Okay, like I was it was like years ago. I think it was on Skype. This lady was having this talk about men, black men, and women getting together, and why is it so hard for them to get together? And I went on there and I just straight said it's because guys don't know how to talk to women. Women give guys hints that they want to sleep with them, and these guys are not catching these hints. And so wait, hold on. I gotta go to the restroom. So let me get my key, and we're gonna have to do some walking. Put my hoodie on. And so she was like, "What do you mean?" And I said to her, "Listen, how many black women tell black men, this was in the old days, I don't know if they're doing it now, but how many black women tell black men to make them laugh?" And she started laughing. Let's see. Facts, guys without looks have to be more creative and crafty. Yeah, it's not that they don't have the looks. I didn't mean it like that. What it is we'll see. Okay, you remember that movie on Friday, right? The first Friday. And what's his name? Ice Cube asked his mama, "Why you with Dad? He's weird." And she said, "He's funny." And I started laughing. And this is what I'm gonna say, right? So, wait. I have to go to the bathroom. I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna just go on mute so you guys don't hear all the noise. And guys, make comments. I can still read, but give me about. Yeah, I got to do that. Okay. I'm putting my phone in my pocket. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I gotta be polite for. Oh, see my sandoza. And so, okay, so I was on the talk show, and of course, all of us have heard. We'll be hanging out with some women, some sisters, and they're like, "Oh, make me laugh," and bro's like, "No, I ain't making you laugh," and all of this stuff, right? So I brought that up. This is like way before. This when Skype was popular, so I'm sure this was probably before YouTube. But anyway, I went on there and called in from Japan. I can't believe she even answered the phone, right? And so I said, I know why. I said, because back then, black men and black women were having problems and stuff. And this is before Kendrick Lamar came out with his thing, and before when the guys in universities were mad because they were saying like, "Oh, a sissy, they don't want an intelligent man, they want a thug." And every time I heard that, I would laugh. And I'm like, of course they want a thug because he's more entertaining. He got more money than you. I would say that some of the brothers and they would get upset. Oh, let me get my iPad. And then they said, but it's the knowledge. I said, yeah, but these guys got money. Yeah, they just want the money. I'm like, of course, nobody don't want no broke person and stuff. I said, but you got to look at how they got that money. They use intelligence to create those songs, get out there, perform, and make that money. And now they're having fun. And that's intelligence too, you know. And so they didn't want to believe it. And I said, listen, you have to understand that these brothers, these rappers, they're not stupid. You know, they sit down, gotta write all these verses, playing music, whatever. That's a lot of intelligent stuff. I said, and they got money. I said, you guys need to stop insulting these singers about their money and not having an education, because they can afford to go to school, sit right next to you and learn and graduate. And now they got the degrees, the PhDs, they got the money, and they got the fun, and now they're going to get more women, and then what you going to do? And the dudes start laughing, and I'm like, man, y'all, oh, wow. I said, man, y'all tripping and stuff. Let me see. But the thugs can't be family, man. And a woman can't see that they can't change it. No. What's a thug? You know what I'm saying? What's a thug? You have to understand, what's your definition of a thug? Is it a gangster? There are a lot of rich gangsters. Jesus was gangster. He went to church kicking people's butt. You know what I'm saying? God is gangster. In the Bible, God says everything that good happens is happening because I want it to happen. God said everything that bad happens because I want it to happen. I am the creator of good and evil. Whatever happens, I'm sitting here talking right now because God wants me to be here. If not, God could take me away anytime you want. God is gangster. And just like in that book, Superfly, right, where the brother was in it, he said, man, listen, you can't get more gangster than the bank. You can't get more gangsters than the bank. And that's real. You know, they come and take all your stuff. Gangster isn't about being negative. It's about power. But we say gangster because they get tired of the BS and they come and slap your ass. Like you tell your kid 3 to 4, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Like this one girl I was dating, I forgot what this is. She was bad. I'm a lot of guys think I haven't. They're like, oh, you've been in Japan and you don't know how to make to a woman, a sister. I'm like, I ain't have to talk to sisters when I was in there. They come and talk to me. But yeah, I know how to talk to sisters. Walk up and say hi. That's it. And if she responds negatively, fine. If she responds positively, fine. That's her choice. I'm just saying hi. Macking ain't about getting a result. Macking is just talking. It's about you putting forth the effort to send different waves or different vibrations out your mouth to create certain words that will hit their bodies and make them feel a certain way and react in the way that you desire them to act. But I understand that. But there's one other thing that I understand that you don't understand. And that understanding is, I know that women want to react a certain way. Women want to do certain things. And those things that they want to do is what I want them to do. And the things that I want to do with them, they want me to do with them. And so I understand that. So I come, like this one sister I met in Compton. We went to UCLA dance. This was like in maybe 84, 85. So UCLA used to have a lot of dances on campus. So I went there and I met this one sister, and she was kind of, she was bad. She was fine. But she was kind of like in a bad mood a little bit. So we got a number, and when I get numbers, I always call them like 4 days after, like the PU you guys do. But I just waited 4 years. But this is this is what they're saying back in, recently when the PUAs was there. But this is back in 84. So I would meet a woman and I wouldn't call until like 4 days later and stuff, give them a chance to forget about me. So we called, we talked. Then the second time I called her, we talked. And she said, no. And I don't really like talking, even though I talk. That's one of the other reasons I didn't want to make the Do You Love Black Men videos, because it's going to be too much talking, too much counseling and all of this stuff, and I just wanted my peace, right? So the second time we talked, I said, "What do you want to do?" She said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Are we going to get together? What? I mean, I don't know where's this going." Okay, Ralph, there is a YouTube channel called International Passport. It's black men being interviewed, sharing their experience from overseas in Japan. It's one of the biggest topics. Yeah, probably, definitely. Wait, I'm trying to. Oh man, what happened? Wait, what happened to my chat? Live chat. I want my chat to be on the other side. I don't want to be on here. Oh, okay, that's even better. Okay, there it is. I can read it better. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think somebody told me about that. And they told me to watch it. I'm like, dude, I am not gonna be bored watching those videos because I already know that these guys go over here and they talk and they have good experience with these Japanese women. But I keep telling these guys, I'm saying, listen, when you come, these women know about black men. They go around the country, New York, LA, you know, having sex with these brothers and stuff, and all of this stuff. These women know about sex. They read about sex. Everything that they do to you, they doing it because it's not to make you happy. It's because they like doing it. It's like you not having sex with a woman because you trying to make her feel good. You doing it because it feels good to you. But she's letting you do it because it feels good to her. And people don't put those things together. But I already knew that. So I meet a lot of brothers and they come to Japan and I'm saying like, yeah, I mean, you know, sex is something that people want to do. In Japan, it's a natural thing to do it. It's not like in America it's a taboo. Out here, it's a natural thing to do. So when you come over here and you have sex, and they know that most guys don't, a lot of guys in America don't have a lot of sexual, physical activities with women like that, that they already know that they do it with you. They already know that they're at the top of the list as far as all the most beautiful women in the world or the most desired women in the world. Japanese woman is at the top, you know, and they already know this. And so then when they meet a bro, and they know he a scrub. They know most of the brothers, they scrubs when they come to Japan or when they go to New York or LA, wherever they go. Most of them are scrubs, you know. A lot of women know that most of the guys in the military, they virgins. When they go overseas, they virgins, and you know, they easy targets. They already know this, and they already know that all the guys desire to be with a Japanese woman. They already know that. So when these guys come to Japan, women already know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? They already know what to expect. So basically, you just walked into into a cave full of lions, or lionesses, I should say. And so, if they come over and they have any physical relationship with Japanese women, it's not about, oh, I gamed this girl and blah, blah, blah. No, these women want you. You know what I'm saying? They want you. And some women know that some guys are too shy to talk to, so they got to play the dumb role until they get them to where they got, and then they flip the script on them, and next thing you know, he married and then divorced, and you know, it's crazy. Oh man, the stories on here, you know, the guys I meet, and you can tell, you know, that these guys were the better off being back in the States married to a black woman, you know. So I don't listen to them because I know that all of those things steered from my videos, and a lot of them, you know, because I know a lot of people say some of the same things I say in my videos, and then they add a little twist to it, and then they pick up this and that. So I don't watch them because that's nothing that's important to me, and that's just for me. So that's why I don't really watch them. And my friends always try to, well, you know, Fresh and Fit, you need to watch them. Why I'm watching these guys? I can tell by just listening to them that these guys really don't have a game. You know what I'm saying? And even if they do have game, they don't have more game than I do. You know, oh, I can mac to a girl better than you can. Yep, you sure can. You know, well, if you don't, well, then why would you say that you got more game than I do if I can mac? You agree that I can mac to them better than you can. I said, because I don't have to mac. I just show up. I show up, they show out. That's it. And the ones that don't show out, that's cool. You know, the ones that don't want to be me, that's cool. It's okay. Because I know I didn't come to Japan to meet a Japanese woman. The only reason I came to Japan, because first time was because of TD, temporary duty in the military and the Air Force, and they told me to come out. I had to come out for 2 weeks at Okinawa. And the only reason I left the base because a white dude, the brothers didn't even talk to me. A white dude took me to the beach and took me snorkeling, and that was it. And Japanese women, I didn't know nothing about no Japanese woman. You know what I'm saying? Other than the one I knew that I went to school with and her two brothers, that was it. Otherwise, I had no type of nothing about Japanese women, Asian women, Spanish women, none of them. You know, I was just straight, you know, just sisters in that. And not that I didn't like them or anything. It was just, I mean, they didn't appeal to me at all. You know, I mean, I saw them, but it was like, I don't know, you know, like you walk down the street and you see a tree, right? When they say, first and fear are so misleading, and I feel they out here sabotaging these guys. Oh, yeah. Hey, but thank you about the international passport, Zingenzers. You know, because, yeah, somebody actually, it's weird you said that because somebody actually brought that up to me this year. These two guys that are in my videos. You should listen to these two. This video is called Dumb, Dumber, and Dumb. Dumb, Dumber, and Dumb, Dumb, and Dumber, or something like that. It's a funny video. It was all live. Ralph, from all the years living in Japan, you would kill it in an interview on internet. Only reason I would go in there if they pay me. That's it. They're not paying me, then forget it. You know, because I'm killing it now, and I can go back on YouTube and start talking about this stuff. And I think, why did I even come on here today? Oh, somebody asked me to come back and start making some videos and stuff. Because actually what I want to do is start making educational videos. Because I had this book called Subjects and Verbs 1, 2, 3, 4 to Infinity. And it's written in a way where parents, let's say like my parents in our neighborhoods, can start teaching their children from 3 years old how to match subjects and verbs. And this book is cool. And the youngest person I taught in Japan was a 3-year-old girl. And the book has 14 exercises. 3 of the exercises I use as tests. And that 3-year-old girl, the lowest grade she got on it was 75%. And she also could use a dictionary at 3 years old. And the test for how to match subjects with verbs, with be verbs was the first test. The second test is matching subjects with action verbs. And the third test was like let's say it was a blank line, apple is, and then they have to choose to A or N. And so I showed them how to do that. So this book shows them. So I published it in 2015. I think I made it in like 2010 or probably before that. I tried getting it out, but the Pegagagi people here in Japan, they have their group, and we were just going back and forth, and they were saying I didn't know what I was doing, and it would be a good promote. I know that, but my videos were taken in the wrong way, and had I not made my videos, the Passport Bros, maybe Lily, Men Going Their Own Way, MGTOW, Incels probably wouldn't have came out, because because those videos came out after my videos, and before my videos they did have talk about relationships, but on YouTube there was one more guy who was kind of doing he wasn't doing what I was doing, but he was in, I think, Thailand, and he would drive around in these Maybachs or these nice cars with these like 6 badass Asian women, and they go to stay in these penthouses and party and be like him and like 6 of them. and stuff. And so when I made my videos, he contacted me and then sent me an invite to watch his videos because he said he had to make them private because he was getting death threats from white guys, and he a white guy. And so, but after that, I think he stopped making the videos and stuff because it wasn't beneficial for him psychologically. So my videos are more or less like, do you love black men videos? I mean, how many are there? I don't think there are more than 20, right? And so if people were to watch them, a lot of guys would think they're all about sex. Now I don't know what these guys are doing, you know, but if they're saying success, I'm thinking they're saying sexual success and stuff. But my videos were more or less like, hey, and I think I shared in when the 2-part videos I made about why I made the videos, was to tell brothers that if you don't listen to your mama and your grandma saying that people hate us around the world, that's not true. Get a passport, travel. But before you travel, get a degree, okay? Because you might go to a country, you might want to work. So if you're in junior high school, this is what you do to graduate, to go to high school. When you go to high school, this is what you do to graduate and go to college, and then this is what you do to make a degree. So a lot of my videos are educational videos, and then I tell guys, when you come to Japan, bring a bunch of gigas, because that's when you had the digital cameras with the mini disc or whatever the things are called, CD disc or whatever they call it. And bring a lot of gigabytes, take pictures of everything, make captions. When you go home, make a book, sell it for $150. Bring a lot of business cards when you're walking down the street. Talk to as many people as you can. You know, try to get business opportunities going on and stuff, because there are a lot of millionaires walking down the street and you won't be able to tell unless you know the fashion designs or you talk to them. And then I share, go home. In my videos, I say, go home, and then spread in your neighborhood about the peace that's in Japan. And that's it. I don't tell these guys to come out here and get married or nothing. And this one bro, he called me. He had just graduated from university. He called me and said, thank you, Ralph, for your videos, you know, and I got my bachelor's degree and stuff. And I'm like, what is this dude talking about bachelor's degrees and stuff? And I'm like, I don't understand. And then I thought about it. Oh, I said, oh, shoot, somebody actually watching my videos, right? And he said, thank you. And he says, I'm coming to Japan. I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting people really to come out here, because once you get a degree, I'm figuring they were going to start working in Japan, right? I mean, working in the country and get, you know, in the States and, you know, get jobs and do well. I wasn't expecting people to actually want to come to Japan. So I'm like, oh, snap. These guys don't know about these Japanese women. And that's when I started making those videos about Japanese women. Be careful. Listen to too short. These women got so much game. They make black women in the United States look like angels. And I was on Clubhouse saying that these women like, oh, how can they don't make us look like angels. And I'm just saying they worse than you guys. You guys, what y'all doing to these brothers, or what these brothers are complaining about, that's nothing. They should be happy. They should be celebrating, you know. Let's see. How was the language barrier? I got my degree in aircraft mechanics. Oh, wow. I was a mechanic too in the state, in the military. Crew chief. How was language barriers? I'm learning now. I am in no condition to start making to them. Ha ha ha. No. Okay, so this is the thing, Jamal, about Japan. When you come out here, and if you got the groove, if you got the vibe, and it's naturally there, these women gonna come and mac to you. I had a friend, he was from Long Beach. I can't remember his name, but this was like back in maybe the early 2000s, something like that. And he said he was in Tokyo one day and walking down the street. He said this one bad Japanese woman rolled up on him in the Mercedes Benz, opened up the window, rolled the window down, or not rolled down, but you know, button, whatever, and said, "Get in." He said he got in her car. She took him to her crib, searched him up, I don't know for how long, but for a while. And then when she finished, she took him back to the spot where she picked him up. He got out the car, closed the door, and she drove off, and he never heard from her again. You know, that's Japan. Okay, uh, so out here, you don't have to make. You know, if you that man, and like I tell guys, I am that man. I don't have to talk to women, because women, everywhere I go, women come and talk to me. So I love talking to women, and not for sex. Just having conversations with women is fun. You get to look, and you know they say look in people's eyes, and when they're talking, even if you don't like them or if you like them or whatever, and they're talking to you, you know how sometimes you look at a woman, why are you staring at me? But when they're talking to you, guys don't take advantage of it. You got this woman, whether you can sleep with her or not, she's looking in your eyes. You're looking at her eyes. You're looking at her nose, her lips, her chin, her face. She's talking. You see her lips just up and down, and all that movement, man, make you all horny and stuff. And her tongue coming in and out of her mouth, you know. You thinking all kinds, you know. I be thinking like I'm like, damn, this shit is entertaining. And that's why when women like, oh, you know, I like talking to you, you know, because you listen. I'm like, I'm being entertained, so that's why I live. But I mean, you guys, actually I slipped and said that because I never really. It's what I think, but I kind of slipped. So you guys got a secret now. But and so out here in Japan, you unless you just weird day to day, if you weird, they won't talk to you. You know, you gotta give out that vibration. But no, you don't have to worry about it. They'll come to you. They'll deliver everything to you. So yeah. So Japanese, when I first came here in '95, what did I do? I studied Japanese for 2 years, for 2 hours straight every day. I learned a lot of kanji. It was easy. It was good. It got to the point where I was able to memorize like 50 to 100 words in like 2 hours and stuff. But that ain't bad, right? Yeah, you know, 120 minutes memorizing 50 words is nothing, right? How many 50 minutes are in 120, right? So about 2 minutes, 2 seconds just to say the one word over. Go, go, go. Time yourself. Go, 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 go. Go do that for like 2 minutes and 20 seconds. You'll memorize it. So let's see. No. Like I said, don't worry about it. They'll come to you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I studied every day. I started off with hiragana, katakana stuff. Remember that. And then just started working on the kanji and stuff, and it was good. But to answer your question directly, when I first got here, I was riding my bike, and it was nighttime, so it was getting night. And well, in the daytime, it was hard for me to navigate, and so I kind of got lost somewhere. So I found some park, tennis courts. I went and sat there, and these 3 older women came over and started talking to me. And they looked like they were in the 65. They were playing tennis and stuff. And they looked good for their age. I was kind of surprised, you know. And they said, hey, where you from? I'm like, they speaking English. You know, I spoke English back. And we had like a good 5-minute conversation, 10-minute conversation, straight English. And I was like, because I was thinking like, how am I going to adjust here? Because I didn't want to come. My first wife asked me to come for about a month. And I'm like, how am I going to adjust? How am I going to adjust? When them women started speaking English to me, I was like, I don't have to adjust. I just act like I am in LA. You know, and I wasn't doing that crazy. And that's what I did. So when I walk around here, I'm like, I'm in LA. You don't, you don't, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's good. You know, a lot of brothers acting on Japanese. Don't do that. Don't change. Because when they go to our country, they don't change. So don't worry about the language barrier. There are a lot of people out here who speak fluent English. Me and a friend, he lives up in Nagoya. He met some girl on TikTok. She's like real tall, but she didn't look that good. But she brought a friend that was like a little short, but she was fine. So he was supposed to hit on a tall one, but she was way taller than him. And, you know, she was big. She didn't, yeah, you know. So, but her other friend was like shorter than he was, but she was fine. And so while we sit, and the taller one that he was supposed to originally meet, she had a lot of money. I guess her friend was rich. So she was taking us to these high expensive, high-end bars, and she paying for everything. My friend macking to her friend. in English, baby, I like you, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, man, you know, you with this girl. Why you talking to her friend? She says she don't speak English, leave her alone and talk to your friend that you're supposed to meet. But out here, out here, you can switch up like that. You know, Japanese people, they don't get upset and stuff, whatever. And I was like, all right. So we finally got to the club, and she's danced with some white dude, and I just happened to walk by. She's speaking fluent English like I'm doing right now to that white dude. I started laughing. I went over there and grabbed him. I said, come here, come here. He said, whoa, whoa. I said, come here, I want you to see something. So I said, you see the girl, right? Right? I said, go over there. He went over there and came back, man, she's speaking fluent English. And he went off when I went over and stopped him. I said, why? Leave her alone. Who is she? I'm like, she ain't got to talk to you. Who are you? You know, so who are you? Well, she need to talk to you, or she need to, you know, share her personal information. If she speak English, and that's personal to her, she ain't gotta tell you nothing. She already told you she don't want to talk to you, so that was good enough. You know, they devastated. So finally, he ended up going home with the one that tall one and stuff. You know, so it was messed up. Let me read the message. AD Quartz, thank you for the room. Let's see. Okay, so I must have got a weird vibe. Was in Tokyo for a few weeks last year doing photography. I'm not a club guy or drink, and only had currency exchange agent talk to me and barista at Starbucks. Okay, so no, Tokyo is hard to get women there. You got to be like a Mac, like that book Ice Cube. What was it? What was it? The Ice Man? No, it was not Ice Cube, Slim, Ice Slim, or some stuff like that. You know, and in Tokyo, everybody's busy. You know, Tokyo is like one of the richest area out there, and people are busy. You know, there are millionaires, probably billionaires walking by you every day. Women that got in that forex and stuff back in the yeah, Iceberg Slim. Yeah, you know. I read that book. That book was good. It was funny how he got his name. I was laughing. He was like, girl, that dude, he was smashing you in your butt. I was laughing. I don't even know how. Oh, I saw that book in a Japanese bookstore out here in Umeda. I'm like, and I got the book I'm reading. I'm like, what? Man, these Japanese people, they study our history and they know our history. And they know the game. They listen to all our jazz, blues, hip hop, everything. They study their stuff. So when you come over here and you one of them guys who don't know the game, don't study your own culture, the game that's in your culture, they're going to eat you up. And that's why I said to my videos, how many times did I say, before you come to Japan, you better listen to all the Too Short songs, because the game he says in his songs are the game that these women going to play on you. You're going to play on you. So, yeah, Tokyo is hard. It's hard, you know. If you're up in Tokyo, you better off trying to talk to one of them finance white girls, you know, them Russian girls, instead of talking to you have a better chance of success with them white girls than you would a sister or a Japanese in Tokyo. It's hard. But I do know that there are a lot of bros who end up with these older Japanese women, or these Japanese women that got money. And back when basketball was really popular, you know, after just regular Japanese women, you know, they break you off $10,000, $100,000, $1 million, you know, like it's nothing. You ain't got to pay none of that stuff off. You know, people getting paid. I knew about it, you know, and I could have jumped in that stuff too, but I said, nah, I was more interested in, I had business, and I wasn't really interested in like having a lot of physical affairs with Japanese women, because they're irritating. Blah, 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 blah. I think they the boss. And I'm like, you're not my boss. You know, they on the phone talking, I just hang up on them and stuff, you know, like I ain't got time and stuff, you know. So it's dealing with them. It's like, I don't know. It's like dealing with a kid, like your little brother that's like 7 years old and 8 years old. Oh, Baldwin Park, Crenshaw area. Okay, yeah, I know what that's at. No, actually, I was born in Ann Arbor, Michigan, but out of hospitals to Detroit. And then when I moved to LA, when I was 11, we moved to Westwood. And I live like 2-minute walk, 3-minute walk from UCLA. And I went to school at Bellagio Elementary Road School up in Bel Air. And my best friends were Rockwell and this white dude named David Franklin. Me and him were actually friends first, and then later on he reintroduced me to Rockwell. You know Rockwell, I always feel that somebody's watching me. So I used to go up to Barry Gordy's house like every weekend when I lived over there and stuff like that. And my mom looked like like Diana Ross. They never asked me nothing. Sometimes I'd just be on the property by myself. I mean, of course they had the security guards and stuff. But I saw Barry Gordy once. I didn't even know who these people were, until I think 2 or 3 years ago when Amazon Prime had that Musicville or something, and I watched it. Yeah, exactly. It's right there. I lived on the Gailey, right? In front of LeConte Gailey. I lived on Gailey. On Lanford, right off of Gailey, right? Like 644 Lanford Avenue. And so I would go up to his house and I hit the bell and like, oh, is Kennedy home? And like, yes, okay, open the gate. That was it. And they said, can I come in or not? Or if I go up there and I'm like, is Kennedy home? They're like, no. And I said, well, how long he's going to be there? When he's coming home? And they'll say like, oh, he'll be home an hour. And I said, okay, open up the gate. Because they allowed me to go on the property if he was going to be home within like 2 hours. Otherwise, there's no reason for me to go up there. But Barry Gordy, I saw him one time with some white girl. It could have been she could have been Tina Marie too, because that later I found out about that stuff. It could have been her, but I'm not sure. But I was running and he said, hey, what you doing? Where's Kennedy? And I said, oh, we're playing hide and seek. He said, okay, but don't get hurt. And that was the last time I saw him. One of the sisters who was married to the Jacksons, because Kennedy wasn't allowed to go off base, but we didn't know it because we only like 11, 12 years old. So we went off base, went down to UCLA, and the ping pong game. The pinball machines and stuff. And on the way back, his sister and I don't know which one was married to the Jacksons. She pulled over. What you doing off the property? Blah 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 blah. She went off on us. We was like, oh, we didn't know. We don't know. And she jumped in the car and started driving up the hill. Wait, who was driving? Yeah, she was driving the car. And then we were following behind the car, and she stopped, jumped up. Where y'all going? I said, we're going to your house. She said, you can't come today. Come back another day. And we were like, okay, So we just went up to David, because my friend David Franklin, he was like maybe 10-minute walk from Barry Gordy's place. But yeah. And then one time I was in there, because they got in the pool room, they had the gold albums or whatever and stuff. And I'm in there playing pool, and I'm going upstairs, and one of his brothers came down the stairs and said, don't go into the second room. I got a Rottweiler in there. Dude didn't ask me. That was the first time I saw him. That was the last time I saw him. He didn't ask me my name. Nothing. His father didn't ask me my name. Nothing. His sisters didn't ask me my name. Nothing. They didn't ask about my parents. They didn't ask where I was from. They didn't ask what my parents did. Nothing. Well, my mom was married to an African dude, but they asked nothing. I was on there, and it was literally like, I don't know why. And then when I watched the Amityville music thing, whatever it is about them, I was like, oh my God. I was like, whoa. Yeah, the vibe check, exactly. Here, let me read the messages. You're from LA. Oh yeah, Baldwin Park, Crenshaw. Used to always go over there. Let me think, just to make sure I understand. I think Baldwin Park, they Bloods over there, right? Or something like that. I know exactly. I think so. But we used to go to I used to go over there a lot when I lived in Venice, because I moved from Westwood. I moved from Detroit to Westwood, then from Westwood to Brentwood. So my first 2 years in LA, I was just in those rich, affluent areas. Went to school in Bel Air, went to Emerson, and just going to Bel Air all the time. Westwood, a lot of the parents. One family and Bel Air, they not Bel Air, yeah, Bel Air. They told me where the key was. They live like right behind UCLA, and they told me where the key was. Used to be Buzz, but that was okay, yeah. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I'm talking about 1970. Well, yeah, that would have been the 80s because I left in 86 and then I came back in the 90s. So, yeah, and that's when I started hanging out over in Crenshaw area when I was in the 10th grade. But the only reason I went over there because the guys from Venice, if they were to drive over there, sometimes they asked me to go with them. So I went. And okay, all about Japan. Welcome back, welcome back. And what happened? Now the reason I just say that is because back then everybody was always associating things, and then because I look more African than I do American out here. In Japan, the Africans, they just embrace me to bros. So like, oh, where you from? I'm like, I'm from LA, you know. How'd they say? You ain't from LA, you African. I'm like, what? What? And I had to go off on them and stuff. And these dudes I met from Inglewood, they were singers out there. And I was waiter in this one restaurant. They asked me to work there and stuff. And they said, you got the talk of it, bro, and you got the swag of it, bro, but you're an international brother. And I'm thinking like, okay, I'm thinking I'm international because I'm from the States and I'm in another country, right? Thank you, Jay, the artist. Hey, I'm good. Thank you. And so later, and then I started thinking about it, and I'm like, wait a minute, something wrong. I said, why would you say that? And they said, oh, you talk like you from the States, but you not. You African. I said, I'm not African. Yes, you are. I said, man, I had to get gangster on their asses and shit, And I'm like, I know where y'all live at in Inglewood. I used to live on Inglewood. I went to Monroe Junior High School, Morningside Junior High School. And just so that Monroe and Morningside, they right next to each other, because when I was at Morningside, we would go back over on, when I was at Morningside, we would go back to Monroe because they used to play football and stuff. And then, okay, please read. GS was probably one of the original OG before the passport bro phase. No one was doing Do You Love Black Man years back. People were too scared to be honest and think out of the box. J-Mal, ha ha ha, they didn't want you to be an American. Yeah, that's true. Thank you. All about Japan, y'all. But to me, like I said, the reason I made those videos, because a lot of people thank me, but I was inspired to make those because of a letter that this white dude sent to me on YouTube when, you were able to get mail. And there's this video, I don't know if you guys watched it, but it was me and these 3 Japanese girls and the Japanese guy. And it would have definitely, I think it was like in 2015, it was a really short video. And it was where I was showing them how there was a camera in a Mac, iMac ProBook, and it was the 17-inch. I think that's the only one they made. I still got that thing. And I need to get a battery though, so I can get that information off of there. But I made a short video showing them that, and they let me put on YouTube. So when I put on YouTube, the white guy from England saw it. He sent me that letter, and he said, "Man, my friends told me Japan was racist." That's what it was. He said, "My friends told me to." Well, he said, "First, how you doing? I'm a black guy. I'm a white guy. I'm not a black guy." I was like, "Why are you saying that?" And then he said, "I saw your videos," and he said that his friends from England who were white came to Japan, went back, and said Japan was racist. But I saw you with those 3 beautiful Japanese women and this handsome Japanese guy, because they were dressed in kimonos and he was dressed in the suit. And one of the girls was my friend. And she told me to come by the bar and stuff, And he said, if you are in Japan and you're a black man and you're having fun in Japan as a black man, I know I can have fun as a white guy in Japan. And here, thank you for the videos, right? So 2 months later, God sent me this message, make Do You Love Black Man videos. I was like, please, I ain't making those videos. God said, you make those videos and you come into heaven. And here I am. didn't want to leave. I swear that was the message I got. And so a lot of people always say thank me for making those videos, but I have to be real. Like you said, think outside the box. I don't want to be a liar and take credit. Had that guy not sent me those videos, GS350 JPN, oh no, GS350 JPN would not start it, you know, because the reason I call my channel GS350 JPN was because what time is it? It's 8 o'clock, or they closing early? Was because, you know, when I make my videos, I'm always driving. If you look on my channel, really my videos, I wasn't going to call it GS350 JPN. I was going to call it something else. And if you look at the bottom, it says these videos are, yeah, I know, only 10 likes. I wish they would give me more likes, but it's okay. No problem, no problem. Because one day, because, you know, I was like, I don't know, someone just told me to make these. Oh, somebody said I need to start making videos. Yeah, I made a stream the other day and somebody said, oh, make more lives because we're here for you. And today I wanted to go eat some. I still can go to eat it though. Maybe I should take a drive. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat some what's that thing called? I'm going to go eat some, because I don't think I'm gonna drive, but I don't know if my phone will be able to hold up like this. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try to drive. Hopefully it won't fall. Okay, because I'm gonna go get some Indian food. I'm hungry. So anyway, if you look at my channel, it'll say these videos are about my life. Oh wow, that's good. Oh, Jamal, where? Here in Japan? You're in the States, right, or where? Cause my Lexus, I bought my Lexus in 2008. So when Lexus opened up their car dealership shop in Kimidera, is called out here in Japan, I bought it like, they opened up in January, and in August I was looking for a car, and I saw the Lexus sign, and wait, let me stop and park. I'm gonna talk for just a little bit more. I had to buy a car because my wife here, you know, because of my advice, ended up making, I mean, this was, oh, okay, cool. Okay, I'm in the US, but I watch a lot of Japanese car content from out there. Oh, okay, cool. So what happened was I had to, I needed a car, and you know those K cars, those little cars, I wanted to buy that, but every time I went to the car parking lot, they wouldn't, they just denied my credit, or they just straight up said no. And then one place, he had me get like 2 co-signers, and I got called 2, and he ended up talking about I need more. And so when I went to Lexus, I walked in the Lexus store, and it was this Japanese guy there, taller than me. You know, I was kind of shocked, so, because it's rare that you see that, at least back then. And let me see. There are a lot of dudes who are too curious about Japan women and have never been to Japan, but yet don't even have their passport. First of all, get a passport and you're pretty much good to go. Yup, you got to get that. And so when I walked into the door, this dude said to me, let me check your credit. And I'm like, I ain't got no credit in Japan, but I did have a credit card, like a $10,000 Visa card and stuff out here. And I said, no, I don't have credit like that. He said, no, just check. And I'll call you in 4 days. And that was it. I said, I want to look. He said, no, just wait. So I just like, damn, okay. I was walking, whatever. They called me 4 days later. It said Lexus Finance accepted my credit. And I could buy any Lexus that I want. But at that time, the flagship was the GS350. And the LS didn't come out. So it was like the that first year. And so I bought the car, and well, I didn't buy it actually. My wife, she co-signed it because they wanted me to pay like $18,000 or some kind of crazy amount of money. And I told them it would take me 6 months to save up. And then but they wanted me to get it now. And then I guess they asked me to ask her, but I didn't think she was going to do it because she was kind of like stingy like that. Well, she wasn't stingy, but she was kind of weird. And she said, okay, she'll sign him, you know. So she put the ink on. I drove off the and so I was, you know, did the test drive, and I couldn't decide whether IS or GS, because the GS, I mean, like, my car is lowered, but it just had, you know, the typical car with the wheels on it. It was all high end, looked like an old man's car. And IS was a little lowered. Let's see. The best GS videos, hands down. Message to haters videos. Dude went all out. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, so she signed for it, and I took a test drive in this GS. It was a great car, and it was all up, and it was all this digital shit, beep, beep, beep. And I'm like, what the fuck is all that noise? You know? And I'm like 30, 34 years old, so I'm still young, but in the States, we didn't have those cars beeping all the time. I'm like, what the hell, you know? And I was in Hawaii, so I wasn't really driving that much. And so I said, turn that stuff off. So I said, okay, I'll just get the GS, right? And I said, when can I have it? And they said, you know, they got to do all this stuff. And I'm like, okay. And then they, you know, we went, and, you know, they pretty much told me they designed this like black on black, and, you know, with the seats with the holes in it. And then I ended up getting Tom's Strucks, but I made a mistake and changed it because I thought they were gone. They were damaged, and they weren't. So I kind of feel sad about that. And the car with everything on it cost $65,000. And I think at that time, yeah, it was higher than $1. And my wife put the ink on it, signed for it, and I drove off, no money down. Every month for 6 years, I paid like or 5 years, $1,040. They lowered it. I had those really thin tires. I forgot the name of the car, low flats or something like that, roll flats or something like that. They put this chip in my car that will make my car, because here they're tuned to 120, but there are things you can do to make that go away. So they put that in it, and then they put something in my hard drive where when I'm driving, I could still watch TV, because at that time they had TV or videos and stuff like that. Because when you drive the video, you can't watch TV or videos, discs and stuff like that. And then they put this chip in it to make the car go an extra 15% faster or something like that. And then they had the regular stereo, but I had that Max Livingston or whatever it's called, and these speakers just like really nice. So I got that, and yeah, they hooked me up, man. And so you know, leather everything, you know, and so I drove off the lot. You know, because when they give it to you, it's this showroom, and they take a picture of you. You know, I didn't know nothing about it, and I was stupid because I want my car. And I was just so excited I couldn't, whatever. And so I even got a picture the first time I got the car. I still got it, and they gave me an all leather bound Lexus story about the Lexus story. They gave me that for free. You know, I was getting hooked up and stuff out there. They were real nice. And so I drove off, and I heard this red light. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I stopped in the middle of the street, and they running down the street, like, what's wrong? I'm like, what's this light? And they, oh, it's the brake. I'm like, oh, I felt stupid because, you know, we had the hand brakes or something like that. But it was a foot brake. Drove. And then as I was driving different places, this one ex-Yakuza pulled up next to me and said, what you doing in that car? I did not know. I was so square. You know, I didn't know that Lexus was a luxury car. The only reason I went in there because the last time I saw Lexus was in 1993 when they started coming out, right? Or 92. I think it was in 92 when Lexus came out. You remember the commercial where they had it on these rollers, and it was it was like the suspension. They had some water on the what is that called? On the roof, and then it hardly even moved and stuff. So I was like, Lexus? I was like, that Lexus sound familiar, you know. And this is 2008, and last time I saw it was in '93. So I walked in, and here I am. And if you look on my channel, you'll see it says this channel is about my life. Yeah, the wine glass. Yeah. That was the last one I saw, and that was in 1992. And if you look on my channels was just to talk about Japan, you know, and it says this is about my life, but it's in a GSD 50JP, and so I didn't change it because the reason I didn't change it was because I knew that you're gonna have the haters come out. I'm not saying no, my channel was not about these girls and nothing. You look at it, it says this about my life. What did me telling y'all suckers to come to Japan and get a passport because people don't hate you, and then telling y'all when you come to Japan don't get played by these Japanese girls? What did that have to do with my life? I don't care, you know. And okay, hey GS, what kind of music were you bumping in your Lexus? Oh man, I was bumping rap. I still got a lot of that stuff. Here, I'm turn the car on. I wonder if I could, the music playing in the background, I'm not gonna get in trouble for that, will I? Oh no, I better not do that. But it was all of that rap and whatever that was back there. So I was kick. I don't remember. I was bad when it comes to the name of these rappers and stuff. I was bad. I remember. Only people I remembered back then was like before the new rappers. Who was back there? You know, the old school stuff. I can't even think. You know, Run DMC and I can't even think about it. I forget. It was back whatever it was in the '80s, before 2008 and all of those stuff. And all the music that I have in my car, I didn't buy any of that. These girls, this one girl, these two girls I was dating, they were always putting their CDs in my car, and it just recorded everything. So, yeah. That's why exactly I didn't do it. Do R&B before 2000s. I grew up on that. Join B, Babyface, Soul. Yeah. I was born in '64, so I grew up on Motown. And then just imagine, I'm living in Detroit, grew up on Motown, moved right to LA, went to school with the son of the Motown creator, didn't even know who they were. That's crazy. But yeah, whatever music was back there, because a lot of East Coast music, and it was like before MWA. Who was back there? Yeah, a lot of MW, Run DMC, and Roxanne, the Force Crew or something like that. I forget, but yeah. Yep. Tell it again. The baseball player, right? What are you talking about? I don't know. Where were you at during 1992 LA riots? I was in LA, and yeah, I was in the military, and I think I had just got out in December '92, so I was in the military during that. I was in LA. I lived on Venice Boulevard. I lived on Sepulveda off of Venice Boulevard. That's where I lived at. If you're familiar with LA. You told me you were in your friend's house and you didn't know he was rich. Yeah. That's Kennedy. You know, Kennedy Gordy, you would know him as Rockwell. That song, I always feel that somebody's watching me. Yeah, him. So I'll tell it again. So I was actually friends with this white dude. Kennedy, we went to the same school, but I was so black that they just didn't, you know, the blacks at the school just were so cruel to me, you know, so I didn't talk to them. So all my friends were white. And when I came from Detroit, went to Bellagio Elementary Road School, walked into class. It was only one brother in the class. All the other kids were white. As soon as I walked in the door, the teacher did not ask me my age. She said, "Do you want to be president of the class. And I'm like, what's she talking about, president? I didn't know nothing about that stuff. I said no. And so I had to stand in front of the class, introduce myself, and then the teacher says, who wants to show him around? The black kid in front, he turned his head. Devastated me. 3 white boys in the back jumped up and down, jumped up. We'll take him, we'll take him. All of them lived in Bel Air. From that day on, all my friends were white. Again, I lived in Westwood, right across the street from UCLA, off of Gailey on Landfair. All my friends were white. Bel Air, Beverly Hills, Westwood, Brentwood, Pacific Palisades. Had friends in Malibu, out in the valley. Venice, you know, it's really a rich white area. Santa Monica. I'm going to all these people's homes. A lot of them, only one family in Bel Air told me where the key was. And actually, when I got older, I forgot how old I was. Maybe when I came back from the military, so I was 22 or 23. I just happened to went over to the house and no one was there. I went where the key was and it was there. So I just went in, you know, cooked some food, just sitting there waiting, because they lived off this nice, they had this beautiful view. And I'm just sitting there waiting for the cops to come or they to come home. And I'm there for 2 hours. No. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they always been millionaires now. Yeah, because I remember when I was delivering food after I got the military, I went to Santa Monica on the other side, north of Wilshire, and they houses for like $400 million. So back then it was cheap. Now it's millions, but cheap, right? And yeah. And yeah, I waited. Nobody didn't come, so I just went, put the key back. Police never came to my house. I'm sure they could have did but I'm sure they got cameras. So they probably said, oh shit, that's Ralph. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of my friends, a few people did that. And I had a good time when I lived over there. So that brother not being nice to me, you know, he just, you know, I just end up hanging. The white people took me under their wing and shit. You know, I learned a lot. The vocabulary fucking shot up, you know. They had this thing about what's that test? The standardized test. And these guys were like, you know, they called me. I was in Japan, you know, and they were like, you know, after I was on YouTube and stuff, and they're like, oh, you know, the standardized test of racist and blah blah blah. And I'm like, them tests ain't racist, it's just vocabulary. I said, them white people brought their words from the vocabulary home that they used at their work. They brought that vocabulary home. Y'all got the same jobs, right? Yeah. Did you bring the vocabulary home? No. So why you getting upset because those white people brought their vocabulary, the words from the vocabulary home, and y'all got the same damn jobs and y'all didn't do it? I said, that's y'all fault, you know, because them white kids didn't want to study. I'm over there, mother's like fighting. They all work. They cuss their parents out. Like, whoa. You know, I'm like, wow. I'm like, y'all lucky. Because my mom out you, I'll be in the box. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Barry Gordy's house. Yeah, and yeah, man, was over there again, walking around by myself. Met him once. He never asked him my name. I guess he knew my name because, you know, he told him, I guess, but they never supervised me. If he was going to be home within 2 hours, I was, you know, authorized to go on the property and stuff. But it was nice crib. They had this room that was all white. So if you go in there, you had to take off your shoes. I went in the pool room where they had all the gold albums and stuff, just playing pool. The one time I went to the security room, you know, and they're like, hey, what's going on? So I think they're all Mexicans and stuff, you know. The maids, anything I wanted, they cooked. And sometimes I'll be there. Man, he was supposed to be home within an hour, so I'm there waiting. After a couple of hours, I'm like, I'm going home. And then just to walk from the front gate to his house in like a quarter mile up this hill. I'm like, dude, but yeah. But it was something that was really interesting. Behind his house, there was this statue that was in the mountains, and it was like one of those pharaoh, or looked like one of the Roman or pharaoh type of a statue. I thought they were building it, but he said no, they just happened to find it. So now they come out with history where America is the real Africa, right? And all the pyramid, there's like over 3,000 pyramids in the States, and hieroglyphics in Colorado and all of that stuff. So they come to say that the real Africa is America, and we are, um, yeah, the Bible and stuff. They say all that stuff is all talking about places in America. So it's a trip, man. I should look that stuff up. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, so a lot of people, they get upset because they think I'm cool, or you think you cool because you drive a Lexus. I'm like, no. The only reason I bought a Lexus was because Lexus was the only company that approved my credit. I went to all these used car places. And I said all I wanted was a what's that? One of those little K cars, and that was it. I paid 2,000-3,000, and that was it. I wasn't into luxury and stuff like that, and Lexus said, okay, and I'm driving around Lexus. I didn't know it was a popular car, nothing. I'm telling you, man, I was such as I didn't know nothing. I look cool as hell, you know what I'm saying? I dress nice and everything, but I just wasn't hip. I mean, I was hip, you know. Went to Santa Monica house party one time. I don't know how I knew about it. And it was, Santa Monica Graveyard Crips and Venezuelan Crips, and little homies came up in it, because I wasn't banging, but I used to always hang out with them. And I didn't even know what banging really was until a few years ago. My friend was telling me what they really do. I was like, oh shit, like really? I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't know this. I said, when I was around, it was peace. I was around, it was peace. When I wasn't around, then all hell break out. And we walk in there, and this one guy from Santa Monica, he light-skinned dude, about my height, and he came and started talking crap to me. And I'm thinking, like, why is he talking all this crap to me when I'm always up here? And me, him, and this other dude almost got into a fight because I wanted to play ping pong. They said, well, they're going to go. And I said, well, I'm next, and if y'all play another game, we're going to fight, And I seen him, I'm always up there by myself, and Venice and Santa Monica didn't get along, and he never bothered me. And then that day at the club, in that house party, he yelled at me. One of the guys next to me, he yelled at him, but it was because of them we actually was able to stay in Venice. His big brother helped us out a lot. And when he yelled at the dude left, and I turned to him and I said, if you ever with me, anything happens, don't jump in it. I got it. Don't worry. So we left the party. We went to Santa SMC, and it was on Pico, and for the guy that knows it. As soon as we got on the grass, we heard these guys running across the street, like 25 of them. Yo, what's up? We gonna get y'all, blah, blah, blah. And so the dude that yelled at me, he didn't grab me. He grabbed one of the little homies, grabbed him, pushed him on the ground. All of them, it was 6 of us. The other 5 guys, they were all banging. I wasn't banging. I was banging the Bible, because I used to work around, Venice, reading my Bible dictionaries all the time. And I was always walking on the street reading something. And so, and I'm thinking, when they do grab them, even though it was 25 of them, I'm thinking, like, y'all supposed to go and help your homie like that, right? I said, y'all supposed to go. Oh, wait, my Wi-Fi is gone. Wait, hold on. Is my Wi-Fi? Oh, no, come on, Wi-Fi. Okay, there it is. Wait, because okay, go back. Let me read back online. Okay, Sally Joyce and Fluids. I'm banging back in there. It's like all of a sudden. Yeah. Back then, it wasn't drugs at that time. That white powder stuff came out like a year before I went to the military. But well, I mean, it was there. I didn't really know too much about it till right before I went to the military. But he grabbed it, And I'm thinking he grabbed my friend, tossed him to the ground, pinned him down with his knees on his shoulders. He couldn't move. And I'm thinking they were going to go help because we hanging around. They're always talking crap about me, how weak I am, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself that, you know, while we hanging around, y'all talking crap. And your friends down there, y'all not doing anything. And I'm looking like totally confused, right? Dude went, boom! Hit my friend. You can see he was going out. Hit him again. Bam! You see he was about to be knocked out. And I'm looking, and one of the dudes had like a weapon on him. Not a gun, but a weapon. And I'm thinking, why ain't they helping? Dude went to hit the dude that third time. I'm like, no, I can't deal with this, man. I ran over there, grabbed that dude, man, picked him up. Because I was joked at the time. Picked him up, tossed him to the side. Some little 13-year-old kid came and it's like, he put out one of them Rambo knives. I'm gonna stab you. And I'm like, well, you don't put that knife, I'm gonna put you over my lap and spank you. And he walked away. And one of the OGs came over there and he said he had a weapon and he was gonna use it on me and stuff. And I'm like, dude, I'm from Detroit. You know, black men in there, we don't say nothing. What we gonna do it. So you either do it or get out my face. And dude just walked away. And I picked up my friend before they did that and shook him, brought him back to reality. And so we went back. Next day, the BS popped off and so I'm gonna share it now. It's in my videos, you can watch it. But I was so mad, I was like, oh man. But I did have to take a punch to the jaw. I did retaliate in a nice way where I didn't get jumped, but to let them know that I wasn't scared. And but then later on, a couple of weeks later, a week later, he came in, somewhat apologized. But it was a funny situation. And I'm telling you, man, I didn't even get upset or anything. I thought the whole thing was funny. But let me see. You know what I mean? Your friends, huh? I'm trying to do oh, okay. You were discharged. Like, okay. I get benefits that just started. Then so I got that started. I got to go get some other stuff done. I get that house loan and all that stuff. They said because I'm getting that money, so everything's all approved. They said you shouldn't be telling people this. I don't care. So I need to go get some other stuff done. This is how I got kicked out the military. I got enlisted. I joined in 86. Check this out. I joined 1986 in August, and I got kicked out in December of 1992. So in 6 years, it would have been 6 years. Okay, so before August 2018 is when I joined, I re-enlisted, right? And I had an honorable discharge. Nobody knew that I had re-enlisted. And after I re-enlisted, I went to the captain of our commander, asked for my personal information file. He gave me my personal information file and gave me this look, like I can keep it. But I've always been told those ice signals, don't do that. If they don't say it, it didn't happen. So about a month went by, and I said, instead of me going to work first, I called. No one was there except for a civilian. I said, can I go to the office first and then come in? He said, yeah. So I went to the office. A sister who was working there, she's like, what are you doing? And I said, the captain gave it to me. She said, what are you doing to your files? I said, the captain gave it to me. She said, well, give it back. And I wanted to say, like, these are mine, whatever. But I didn't want to start trouble because on that base, the bros didn't like me for some reason. It was a racist base, but the white people were like all on the brothers, and they didn't bother me and stuff, And the only problem I had was with the bros, but it was because how dark I was, and that's what I wanted to show you. And I didn't know how dark I was, and so all that racism and stuff, you grew up in Westwood, Brentwood area, in all of those areas, and so you'll go over there and they always with this confidence. The people that have money, it's always confidence, build it up, don't worry about this and that. So I never was really aware of my color until my daughter sent me a picture, and I clipped it though. But this is how dark I was. I can't really see it, but okay, wait, I'll show you the real picture. This is how dark I was. And when I saw that picture, the first thing I did was started laughing. And I was like, so that's me. I don't know if you can see how dark I was, but if I am. But I'm really dark and the room is lit. But I'm so dark, I absorbed some of the light in the room, so it kind of made the room a little darker. And so she took it from me, and then maybe a week or two later, I got called to the first commander's office. He said he was going to give me a 3510. I'm like, for what? And he had my personal files there, but there was nothing in it that warranted me to get a discharge. So then we went to the later, they called me again, and I'm in the commander's office, and these white guys, like 5 or 6, 7 men, she's there like, oh, you know, you're a bad person, blah blah blah. And I'm thinking, like, these guys, I'm literally helping these guys, you know. And I'm like, they're lying, because the supervisor I had, he didn't like me, and so he lied, whatever. They coerced it. Then I got taken off the flight line. I got sent to the squadron. I mean, you know, the dorms, and had to do work, but I finished like a couple of hours and stuff. And it was funny because I went back to them and I told them, because when they signed my discharge paper, which I almost didn't sign that stuff either. But what happened was I got a lawyer, it's a sister. She was like half white and black, and she didn't ask me about the story or nothing. No, I never told anyone that the captain gave me my personal information file, because I was figuring, you know, they corrupt. They probably write some crap and change the date and stuff. So I didn't say anything. So I went back to, so when I was signing the papers to get discharged, because I got discharged under honorable conditions and stuff. And it was funny because when I re-enlisted and they kicked me out, the process, I had already re-enlisted, and it was probably like a week later they started the process, but they didn't know I re-enlisted. And basically I got kicked out the United States because of my new re-enlistments. They said I had a bunch of minor infractions, but I had nothing written up during that time. And maybe that time was maybe 3 months, 2 months, and 15 days. So after I re-enlisted, 2 months and 15 days, they said that I had a whole bunch of minor infractions in that time. And so when I signed the paper, I went, she said, don't worry. She said, you know, this isn't racist. And I'm thinking to myself, I didn't know what racism was. And I'm like, huh? And then she said, yeah, you know, Abraham Lincoln sent free blacks back to Africa and blah, blah. And I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? I didn't even know blacks were even slaves in the United States, you know, at that time. And I had to go, I'm like, what the hell is she talking about? So I went and read it, and I'm like, black slaves? What the fuck? You know, and I'm like, no, I can't believe this shit. Because it was just growing up in Detroit, seeing how strong the black men were and blah, blah, blah. And I can understand people forced, but the way they were saying it, I'm like, nah, not that you read history. They, like, a lot of stuff is lies and stuff, and it was black and white slaves and stuff. But, and I'm like, what? And I'm like, what in the world does Abraham Lincoln sending free blacks to Africa got anything to do with me getting kicked out the military? So I went and made an appointment to meet him, and I went back and told him, I said, you guys told me about Lincoln sending free blacks to Africa. I didn't know what that was about, and I read it, and I said, what does that have to do with me getting kicked out? And so I told him about Frank FDR, how he, you know, was president 4 times, and he had a centralized and a decentralized command. And I told them that they had a decentralized command. And I said, so by a centralized command, he thought about something, and he wouldn't got advice about his ideas. And then when people told him about something, he wouldn't check. I said, your command is people tell you things and you just kick people out. You don't go check. And I told them that that and they looked at me, and I'm surprised they even let me talk that long. I said, there was this one white dude, I told the name, y'all kicked him out. I said, yes, nobody on the base liked him, you know, because he was a redneck and everything. But me and him was cool. But he was a team worker, team player. I am a team player. I didn't join the military to be friends with you or you. I joined the military so I can serve my country, so I can help fight for the rights that black men and black women with your insignias and sleeves, black men and women who died for their rights. So when I come on base and I see your insignia and your, you know, your ranks and stuff, I think about them black people. I don't think about you or you. I'm not here to be friends with you. I'm here to do a job. And that's what I told them straight to their face. I'm here to do a job. So I don't understand why you brought that up, but I just thought I just wanted to let you know that. And I left. They didn't call me back and get mad at me or nothing. No, they did call me back. You know, they called me back and they said, we heard what you said. We went and checked. They lied on you. They said that. And they said, but we can't do anything to change it. But guess what? That sister, she was like half black or half white, I think, or she looked like she was anyway. She had my case. As soon as I walked in, she was all on me. She thought she was going to lose, and, you know, she didn't want to lose because, you know, it would be bad on her credit. But she didn't know that they had already she didn't know that my records were my property because I didn't want to tell her because I didn't trust her, you know, and so I didn't say anything. So the day before they called me and told me that I was innocent and I got lied on, I had an appointment with the lawyer, but the supervisor wasn't there. And I am not about just to leave and not tell him, because if somebody, even if he would excuse me, the supervisor could have still said I disobeyed an order and I left my post without authorization, and it would have been like AWOL. So I waited till he come, then I went there. She got mad at me because I was late. I tried to explain the situation. She didn't want to hear it. And she said, if you don't get out the military right now, I'm going to tell your supervisor, your commander and first sergeant, and you'll get in more trouble. And I'm thinking to myself, who she thinks she don't know that she got a case that's going to win. And then I was thinking, like, forget it. I didn't say anything because even though the guys that were behind her, it was almost like I'm sitting in the middle, I'm standing in front of her desk, the liars stand behind her, the first sergeant standing behind me, and this dude was like chief selectee, and he was famous around the base, and I heard them too. They just go from base to base kicking people out. And so I'm thinking to myself, when she said that, I said she could win and everything. So when they called me to the office, told me that they found the truth that I was innocent, and they couldn't do anything. The day before that was when that lawyer threatened me. And then I'm thinking, like, okay, one time I was on the flight line and they brought a noose to work. I didn't know anything about slavery. I didn't know anything about the South. I didn't know the poor Southern white people didn't like me because the ones in LA, they loved me and stuff like that. You know, they didn't like blacks and all this stuff. So they brought a noose and they showed it to me, and I'm like, what's this? She said, you know what this is? I'm like, no, I don't know what this is. What is it? You want to kill me, hang me or something? I don't understand. But, you know, the noose was a thing, you know, to scare black people and stuff. You know, and I found that out like years later. And I'm like, no, what am I supposed to be scared of a rope for? If I see you guys coming at me with a rope, I'm gonna you know, blast you and stuff, you know. And I said, y'all should put that away. You know, I said, y'all better put that away before you get in trouble. And after that, they didn't bother me and stuff. But just my ignorance was like crazy. Where I hit me to message. A news down, they were racist. Yeah. But I didn't know that, you know. And then about the slaves and what's going down south and stuff. And so I'm like, but the news, it was just, even if it was that, it's still them threatening me. That's like somebody coming up to me, talking about, give me your money, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't nothing for me to fear because of a white person going to hurt me. I didn't even think that. That's stupid. I don't even think that. I'm just thinking like, who are you? Because I could have easily grabbed one of those, a pencil or something. I know about that stuff. You pencil or a screwdriver and bop, 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 and then next, it's only for me. And you hit the first one, you know, the rest of them, they'll back off. And, I would have been in jail and stuff, but I could have, I would have been self-protection. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking, I'm like, whatever. So I went home and I'm thinking they were going to come and stuff. No, it happened. So after that, they didn't bother me no more. So anyway, when they told me the day before the lady threatened me to get out or I'm going to get in more trouble, the next day they called me to the office and said I was lied on and I was innocent. And I'm thinking to myself, is this a soap opera? Is my life a soap opera? And I just said to her, it was only two things. I could have said, and then that's when I could have said, the lawyer said that she threatened me to get out, and now you guys saying I'm innocent. And then had I said something, the number one thing was GS350JPN would have never existed. And this channel, not me, but this channel helped hundreds of thousands of people. Oh my God, you would have no idea the people came out to Japan just to visit me, just to say thank you for the videos because they saved their lives. They went and got degrees. A lot of guys that got degrees, bachelor's, AAs, PhDs came out to Japan to personally thank me. One dude said he's from DC. He said when he was in junior high school, he saw my videos. And he said had he not saw my videos, he'd been there in 2 weeks. When he called me, he was a grown man getting $30,000 a month bonuses at this company he was working for. So I don't regret getting out because it turned into a good thing for you all. And I don't want to say it's pride, something I created. God told me, I told you the story, and I listened, and this is what happened. So a lot of people thank me. I said, fine, but I would have to be honest. The truth, the inspiration came from a white dude because white dudes would come on, come in my Players Club that I have online, and they would get upset, and I keep trying to tell them, well, I said, well, I can understand how you feel, but it actually was because of something a white dude said that made me make these videos, which I'm thinking like, why does this weird stuff happen to me? So, yeah, so it's, I don't know, it's strange, but I do appreciate everything, but I tell guys something, listen, thank you for thanking me, but I want to thank you because I wanted to go to school and get 10 PhDs, and you have fulfilled my dreams. Everyone that's in here, the things you accomplished, what you wanted to do, I didn't accomplish what I wanted to do. I had to do something else to help other people with just a few words and a picture of a Japanese woman. And somebody told me, he said, Ralph, it's kind of funny how, with the picture of a Japanese woman and telling people to go to school, that you influenced a whole bunch of black men and women and people and stuff. I said, it's so weird, but it was funny. But yeah, I just want to say to you guys from the bottom of my heart that you are my heroes. Okay, you are all my heroes, and there's not a day that I don't feel like crying because I don't have a bachelor's degree. I didn't fulfill my dreams, but I got beautiful children. My son graduated #1 in the college he went through because of 2 10-minute conversations about vocabulary we had. My daughter, I taught her when she was 3 to go from the letter A to that limits problem in calculus in 6.5 months, and I never told her once to come and sit down. I've helped her, I wouldn't say help, it's not a good word, but I assisted or gave people hints to do things that made their lives so much better. And then even now, people are still, a lot of people are calling me and apologizing because a lot of advice I gave them when we talk, they didn't believe it. And some people starting to call me back, say, "Oh, we're sorry, you're right, you're right." I get to, listen to you guys, your comments and just hear some things. I'm just thinking like, wow, even though I didn't like what happened to the what happened in the military, because God told me to keep moving, because had I said something, those guys who were coerced, and I'm gonna just say they were coerced to lie on me, they would have got kicked out, disarmed with discharge. Then the girl that took it, the lady that took it, she was a sister, kind of find out that she had a kid that was mentally, what's the proper word for it? I forgot. Anyway, he wasn't, anyway, he had a situation, and had I said something, all the them would got in trouble for lying. She would got in trouble for taking it from me, because the first sergeant and the major, they would have had to do everything that they could to, reflect anything that would have came back on them had I told them, because they literally lied. I got lied on. They believed it, and it would have just caused a whole mess in the whole squadron. And those brothers on base really didn't like me, even though, because I was married to a white girl, and they were racist too. They did not like them white people on base. I can understand, because those white people on base were harassing them, but the white people on base were not harassing me, but the blacks were. And so, I think about it every day, almost every day. Think about the whole subject and everything, and I'm thinking to myself that,